was actually on for the last Sharknado. What was it, 3? It was on right before.
I think I saw
me and my kids love all those Sharknado movies.
All right, 30 seconds.
What's the next one? Sharknado.
Hello, and welcome to a beautiful disaster this wonderful Tuesday afternoon with Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, and myself, Kat Monroe. Kyle back there in sound, and we have RiotGun live in studio.
Yo.
Welcome, guys. And I believe we're live on YouTube, so you can go to the YouTube channel, which is what, Dutchie? Is it Kaotic Radio?
Just Kaotic Radio. Just search Kaotic Radio, and it's the first thing that comes up.
And you can see us live. Hi, we have cameras there.
Yeah, we have cameras there, cameras there. It's
I
all kind of
forget, and I do weird things. So,
yeah, I forget as well. I say bad shit.
Yeah, I know your hand goes weird places, Dutchie.
Not yet. Hey, and there'll have to be a camera under the table to fucking catch me doing that.
Oh, that would be bad. You don't want the camera for catching you.
See, I'm nice. I don't do that shit. I just think you want me to. You keep talking about it. And ever since Bridget the Midget came under there.
Oh, yeah, we do need a camera under there then. Yeah, that's
She
right.
didn't even have to fucking bend down either. She just jumped off of that chair, came darting under the table, and her head ended up
And
right
he was
there.
attacked, yeah.
And I'm like, what the fuck?
And I had just started a live screen. It's live streaming. I'm like,
I'm like, what the fuck? Hello, Bridget. What you doing this afternoon?
welcome, guys. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you.
If anybody wants to call in, it's 909-360-8330.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
All right, let's get going.
Good way to open it up.
Yeah, you fuckers have brought in.
No, first have them introduce themselves. Yeah.
We can do that.
That's what I want to hear. Dutchie, I don't feel sorry. Introduce yourself and what you play.
I'm Dutchie,
You're Dutchie.
the legendary punk DJ.
You are the legendary punk DJ.
What up, boys?
What's happening?
And I'm Larry, the unlegendary DJ.
I'm Bone Marrow, the mediocre drummer.
And
Right.
DJ.
And DJ. Ronnie Sato, big wave surfer. I'm actually, I'll let Larry explain this later. I am with
Say it.
Broken Patriot Saints. My mind took a
That's
shit
right.
for a
I
minute.
thought you were. I couldn't remember
Yeah.
where the band it was.
Yeah. So I'm the tag along today, but I love being here. I'm glad these guys brought me down. It's always awesome to hang out with these guys.
So you're not in RiotGun.
No.
So we actually have
Just
one
part of
member
the family.
Broken Patriots
Yeah,
here, too.
part
But
of the
if
family.
I could explain that.
Yeah.
I don't think it's widely known outside of California, Nevada, Oregon, and Washington, but RiotGun and Broken Patriot Saints are one and the same.
You don't say.
Except for there's a singer in Broken Patriot Saints, and I growl in RiotGun and attempt to play guitar. So
How does that go? As far as why don't you just have one band?
It'd be way too fucking easy.
all right, well, as I get tired of hearing my voice, quite frankly,
Was it
Understandable.
the same songs?
no, completely different
okay.
songs. And I think when I first met both of you was at a Saint show, and then eventually at a RiotGun.
That must have been a while ago.
Yeah, it was it was about a year and a half ago.
Yeah, first time I met you guys was we played with you the Tiki Bar.
Oh, that's right.
That's what
New
it was,
Year's
okay.
Day.
New Year.
Oh, yeah, I
your
booked that
show,
one.
yeah.
Duh. Okay.
That's my birthday show.
Told you. Yeah, it was your birthday show.
Yeah, just happened to be my birthday when we booked it, and we was trying to do something a little different at Chaotic, and
It was fun.
yeah, we
It was very fun. I was very surprised. New Year's Day, you know, you would think
Yeah,
everyone
no.
would be all, oh, yeah.
New Year's
I can't
Day is a
make it
tough
out.
sell.
Yeah, but people came out.
Yep.
And, you know, we got quite a few beers. Loved it.
I think a more honest answer to that is Larry has a lot of songs. He comes up with a lot of stuff.
Do you write all the songs, Larry?
You know what? I'm not going to take credit for writing all the songs.
Well, you spark them. So
Is it he's the idea man?
I get these ideas in my head, and then we'll be at practice, and for no reason at all, I'll say, stop. We got to play this right now. To me, it's not a song until Matt plays drums, and then it gets registered in my long-term memory, and then we'll come back to it. I go, here's the skeleton. Everybody kind of figures it out. Especially with Ron, he came into this project for the Broken Painted Saints. He's all, oh, well, what am I supposed to sing? I go, well, here's the stuff without any vocals. You make it up.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Make this shit up.
Yeah, and then every week he asks, well, did you bring lyrics for this? I go, no. And I would have to get on the computer, look through the hard drive, find it, print it, do all this stuff. So
at least you can do that. Though back in the day, you get out the notebook and you lost the page, you're fucked.
Yeah, here's the problem. Even with RiotGun, I write all the lyrics for RiotGun. I've never written the stuff down.
It's a nightmare.
You're kidding me.
Yeah, it's all in my head, and then
when he's asking me what the lyrics are, what's the first verse?
Well, even the guy who puts out all the RiotGun stuff in Germany, Martin. He's you got to send the lyrics for this thing. We got to do an insert. And I'm like, what?
Transcribe them. And he's German, and he has to transcribe.
Like, I don't remember him. I can't write the fuckers down.
Yeah, well, so he actually makes me sit down and type it up and put it in whatever format, and then they put it out. And I've looked at it like the day the records came and go, oh, that's cool, but I'll never look at it.
Germany.
That's I was just gonna say.
Do they change them and put them in German? Have you ever thought about, and this is a serious question.
They get younger guys, good-looking kids get up there, and they just kind of lip sync to it.
Like Menudo?
Kind of. We're like the German Menudo. There's a German
Blues Traveler video.
RiotGun.
Have you been out there?
Unfortunately, I haven't been. My family has, which is everybody in my family's younger than me because they're either kids or a wife, and the lovely Michelle. Her and my son went last summer, had a great time, did not go to the Ramones Museum, which pissed me off.
There's a Ramones Museum in Germany?
Yes.
Whereabouts? In Berlin?
In Berlin, on whatever that street where all the museums and the art is, and where Iggy Pop didn't hang out. And
I've never been. I've been to Germany and I loved it, but I've never been to Berlin. Never been. And that's kind of like a very punk fucking city, isn't it?
It is. I think it was punk even before punk, just because. No, I mean, David Bowie and Iggy Pop went there in their weird, creative, artsy stages, was very unpop, and then, just created just some bizarre stuff, and now people are appreciating what they did in the 70s. Now that Iggy's like 100 and David Bowie's gone, and
yeah, that's what happens, though, isn't it? That's when your biggest fucking sales are, when you die. So
yep.
But why Germany? I mean, are you big in Germany?
Yeah, it started off in the 90s. There was this record label, Final Vinyl, that was actually putting out
Final Vinyl.
Yeah, Final Vinyl. This guy Stefan Spiller. He was putting out a couple English bands too, like Guitar Gangsters and Special Duties. there was some
Special Duties. I think I knew, that's where I recognized it from. But there was somebody else that was in here not long ago that also recorded in Germany.
I know, that's one of the reasons.
Yeah.
I was going to get to that. That it was like, it's becoming more and more that bands mention Germany, and yeah, we've got followers in Germany.
Yeah, actually,
bigger followers in Germany than you do in the States and in California.
We've always, it surprises me that young people would even want to hear our music in Germany, but we get emails from actually Turkey too, which is kind of weird.
Turkey, I've heard. I do my Thursday show, the Thursday Look What Cat Dragged show, where it's DIY unsigned bands from around the world, and Turkey's another one. They have
Turkey and Germany love, street rock. That level of bands that are just doing it not for image, fame, or fortune, but just on that street gut
I think
level.
they relate to it somehow.
Probably. Yeah. I think it's more of a cultural thing than a fashion thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my opinion.
It's actually about the music there.
Yeah. Yeah,
we got a phone call, so we're going to take it.
okay.
I don't know who it is, but because I'm watching the streaming right over. KaoticRadio.com. What's up, man? Who am I speaking with?
You're speaking with Lisa. Hey, Dutch.
Hey, Lisa, what's up?
Lisa,
what up,
too.
Lisa?
I'm all bummed. Lisa's not here. I like Lisa. Hi, Lisa.
Hi. I couldn't be there. I had a doctor's appointment.
Yeah, what'd the psychiatrist say? Anyway?
Yeah.
Double up on the pills.
Are they going to take that straitjacket off, or
They're going to put fucking one on.
are they going to release you in time for the show on Friday?
They did, and I'm pain pill free.
Oh.
Nice.
What show you got on Friday?
We're playing
What's
at Bar 1650 in Corona with a great band from San Francisco. I was going to say Oakland, but they told me say San Francisco. The Nerve.
Oh, yeah, I love the Nerve.
Yeah,
they're badass.
great.
Yeah, I love the Nerve. Yeah.
And
Lots of
then-
energy.
It's going to catch you off guard.
They played my birthday party last year at the Doll Hut. Yeah, they're really cool.
Actually, I think I set up that show was on.
I think you did, yeah.
Yeah, because we were going
That's
up
right, you put
north
me in
and they were
contact,
coming down south,
Yep.
and we met in Lancaster. Right?
Lancaster.
Yeah. So we were going that way, and so I go, oh yeah,
She's really cool. She sounded like she signed me stuff, and yeah, she's awesome.
yeah, the whole band, that's great.
They're a good band.
And
After the
then
show,
local
after the show in
badass,
Lancaster.
they're playing. And who else? From Simi Valley, Until We Die, and then from LA, the Great Kitten Head.
Oh, really? Kittenhead. Yeah, okay, awesome.
Yeah, when we played with the Nerve in Lancaster after the show, there was this guy. He owned a sex shop, like 3 doors down,
Yes.
and we all went for an after party in the sex shop.
Oh, my
Not
God.
we all.
That would be,
We all, just the young people.
I would go. That would be awesome.
Us old guys had to go to
Those guys
sleep.
were too old, and they went home. I went.
Lisa, I could not turn that down.
What kind of party?
A party in a
couldn't
sex
either.
shop?
It actually was kind of boring, to be honest. It wasn't as
Not
exciting as
Dutchie and
thought.
I.
Why do you always bring me into it? I mean, yeah, you're right.
I couldn't turn it down either. I was just like, let's go.
Well, it was you were the one who was supposed to get an exciting. How, if it's boring, it's because you were just fucking not doing anything. We're relying on you, Lisa.
No, she got quiet.
Yeah, it went quiet for a second.
So embarrassed.
Bum, bum, bum.
See, that's
Are you
what
still there?
happens when you start talking about parties in sex shops and then you say it's boring.
Is that what
It was
we would?
boring. They didn't have any music. They didn't have any beer.
There's a bunch of strap-ons.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I
A day
did
in the
see
life for Lisa.
I did see a particular person, I'm not going to say on air, get chased around the sex shop by the singer from The Nerve with a strap on.
That's pretty funny. That's fun.
That sounds like fun.
That was funny, and I wish
You
I
didn't
had
let him
my
catch you.
videos.
Okay, now. That's why it was boring.
And people think nothing goes on in Lancaster
Right.
except for meth. It's not true.
That place has good tacos right down the street.
Yeah.
So, what's going on as far as, I mean, we're talking about Germany, we're talking about, you've given us new vinyl, we're going to play some of that in a minute, right? Do you guys have plans, or you just like a kickback local band, I mean, because to me it sounds like, I'd be like, fuck this, Germany sounds, I want to get there and go play.
Right, like, it's always bad timing. Every year we get invited to play the Endless Summer Festival in Leipzig, Germany, and somebody either can't make it, or I accidentally get cancer, leukemia,
Oh, God.
or
Somebody's
something.
on probation.
Yeah, so something always messes up.
Some genuine
Pay their
excuse
child
there,
support.
Yeah, it's been my fault probably for the past 2 years, just because I'm in complete remission.
Yeah, what's
but-
up with that, man?
There's no
Yeah.
excuse for this year.
Well, if my doctor clears me to fly, he says airplane air is the worst. And even though I'm in remission, I had to get a bone marrow transplant.
Oh no.
Yeah, you've been through some tough times, haven't you?
So my immune system is up and down all the time because it's an overactive immune system. It's so overactive that I have to be on these pills, the suppressants, to keep it from killing me, because it thinks I'm a foreign entity. And so I can't do stuff like go to a Dodger game or or fly.
And I have the
airplane.
opposite.
Or parties at sex stores, yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Anywhere it's grimy. But you know,
Where those
right
things have been. So
a couple months after the bone marrow transplant, Motorhead, and I'm glad I got to take the whole family, played their last LA show. And, you know, my doctor said, you shouldn't go. It's probably not the best environment. I go, I'm going, you know. And I went, took the kids, had a great time, bought shirts for everybody. And it was, to me, it was a great event because I'd never taken my kids to see Motorhead before. I'd taken them to see other bands, but Motorhead is always up there with the Ramones for me, in my heart, you know. A great band and big.
I was never a Motorhead fan ever. I mean, I only knew one song.
I like Motorhead a little bit, allegedly.
Allegedly.
I remember we discussed this before.
Yeah, we did discuss it before. I mean, it's I don't know. I don't really want to go there because I didn't know anything about Motorhead except for the guy was a living legend.
know Motorhead?
They had one fucking song. Everyone joined in and everyone played the same live song. And when he died, you go, okay, so name me fucking 3 albums and fucking 4 singles, and everyone's like, fuck you, dude. No, come on. I mean, how many people truly knew their music, or was everyone jumping on the Lemmy bandwagon? I think 90% of people were jumping on that bandwagon.
Well,
I used to sing the Rainbow.
Probably in the past 5 years, I kind of saw that bandwagon thing. But I mean, I know some diehards like Matt here, and I'm sure Ron. I mean, were you into them?
No, man. I don't know any Motorhead.
Okay, well,
there.
forget Ron.
I got
He's a surfer.
I got a weird music history. I mean, I listen to the weirdest shit, man. From freaking like the craziest shit on. Dude, I'll listen to kids' songs, music. Dudes are tripping out sometimes, and then I'll go to jazz, and then I'll go to classical, and then I'll go to it's all over the place, man.
That's good though, because then you get inspiration from all levels.
I mean, that's why I do it.
It's not just stuck in one thing.
I listen to foreign music. I just listen to anything I can. But Motorhead, I never really got into, man. I mean, shit.
Yeah, I'm a big classical fan. I'm all excited because New Order coming out with new albums. So yeah, I like everything.
See, that's another band. I'll be honest with you. I like their songs. There's maybe 3 songs I know. There's only one I can give you the fucking name of. And I challenge the majority of people who say I'm going to see New Order to do the same thing with that.
If I was 13, I could have, because I saw them twice when I was 13. But I can't remember now. But I used to like them. Yeah, when I was 13, I could name them all off.
Yeah.
There's everyone knows Blue Monday, Temptation, but
see, at least you can do it.
Temptation.
Division.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. There's a lot of bands out there that have got a name that people just go, yeah, I love that, and you go
attach a song or two to them.
I used to love it, but yeah.
Well, here's the thing. I used to.
Then you grow up.
It's a time thing, you know. It's a part of your life.
And your memory gets bad. Yeah.
Do you got a big bands? Big bands, not like Glenn Miller big bands, but do you go and see Do you go and see a lot of bigger shows, or do you just do the local scene with the bands you play with?
Local.
We do both.
I will not go to a festival.
Yeah. We try to make it a point every time Stiff Little Fingers come to town.
Yeah.
And I loved it when Motorhead would go to House of Blues. That was always my favorite venue. A lot of bands, when they go to House of Blues, it's a good venue to see them. Like Turbo Negro, saw them there. I thought it was great.
What do you think of the new House of Blues changing? Or the House of Blues changing?
I haven't been to the new one.
I fucking hate it.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
And then I used to go, which House of Blues did you go to? Because that makes a difference as well.
Disneyland one.
Yeah.
That one was good.
We went to LA a few times.
The Hollywood.
That was a better parking lot for drinking in. It was, because no one would hassle you. You went to
it wasn't
the
Disney.
Disneyland
Disney,
one,
you're screwed no matter what you do. You breathe.
What do you do with those beers? You got to be here.
And it was closer to Okie Dog too, so.
Yeah. The LA one.
I saw the Damned at the Hollywood one, and we hung out backstage, and I'd actually gotten a hotel room, and it was really nice. I ended up sitting there next to Slim Jim Phantom.
Yeah, he hangs out there all the time.
Yeah, hung out in the backstage of the Hollywood House of Blues, and it was really cool.
That was my favorite one. I mean, I can't believe. I mean, it's still standing there. You know, corporate bastards bought it.
One of my friends, Savannah from Space Cream, played there. I think it was a month before they closed. It was really cool.
I saw Stiff Little Fingers there. The 2 nights in a row. One night there, and then the next night at Anaheim. But what do you think about that kind of shit? That, you know, we're losing venues to corporate greed, right?
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
They moved the one in Anaheim, and to me, it totally lost its House of Blues feel. It's all silver and
but they
fucking
had to move
shiny
it.
and huge.
They had to move it because the venue was telling them that they needed to have more family friendly stuff, and certain bands couldn't play there because they weren't family
Okay,
friendly.
so move
they
it.
had to move
All
it.
right. So when you move it, you don't have to make it big, shiny, and silver and more.
Keep it like
fucking
it
greedy.
was. Take the whole
should build the
thing.
opposite
Yeah.
way with
Yeah,
it.
it's what it was. I mean, there's a reason there was the House of Blues. It was the old school
I liked
New
it, yeah.
Orleans
Yeah.
fucking
It was.
kind
It
of
was all
shit.
creepy
You know,
and
and now you're
cool
gonna
and
make
yeah.
it fucking Hollywood silver and shiny. Fuck off, you
was-
corporate bastards.
Yeah, it's supposed to be dirty except on Sunday. And
Yeah,
then you're supposed to have,
exactly,
you know,
yeah.
Then you have your gospel brunch.
Then they had
eat
No.
tons of bacon and listen to gospel music.
What are you trying to say?
It's still dirty, just in a different way.
I love bacon.
Yeah, and who wants to pay, $9 to
with
12
every
bucks
meal.
for a
House of
beer
Blues.
too?
That
That's
too, yeah.
ridiculous. We used to go there
I
in the
played the
early
House
days,
of
and
Blues
beers were
Anaheim
$5.
twice.
Bam.
Yeah.
Hang on, say that again, Lisa.
I played House of Blues Anaheim when it was Disney owned twice as a headlining band. They didn't pay us anything. We didn't get anything on that. We got water. Rick Agnew got water too. He didn't get
Really?
anything. Yeah, we didn't get paid shit.
Well, Rick
And,
Agnew needs water from time to time.
Yeah.
He really does.
Gotta
But
keep hydrated.
I had to get there. They back checked every lyric, looked you up. You had to go through a security check since it was Disney to make sure that you weren't and you didn't do anything offensive. So if you had bad words in your song, you had to go online and change them. And when you got there, you had to go to 2 different places. They had to see all your IDs, check you through, put a big badge on you.
Fucking
Yeah,
hell,
yeah, I
really?
used- I
That's
used-
enough to make you want to go to a sex
Well, I
shop
used-
and have a party.
I used to know one of the promoters that worked there, and that's why he was happy they were moving it, is because he couldn't book any, he'd book the kind of bands I book. You can't book the kind of bands I book there. They'd be like, you guys are no.
No,
Yeah.
well, when
Down
the
with the
band I
Disneyland
played there
standard.
wanted to
Yeah,
book
we
the
thought it-
Easy
I thought it'd
Boys.
get
I
better.
was like, no way.
Yeah.
We're Tartar Control. I was going, no, they're not going to make it. They won't make this turkey check.
Target controller? Yeah, no, that wouldn't work.
So does Disney still have anything to do with it? Does it own it or
No,
not? Nothing at
nothing.
all. It's
Nothing
just
to
a
do with
separate entity that just happened to be in downtown Disney.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, I've been there twice, and both times it fucking sucked. Worse than any venue I've ever been
Yeah, the
to.
new one. I don't like. I'm not a fan.
Anyways, let's play some music.
Yes. Let's do that.
Are we gonna play vinyl? They brought us this really gorgeous. It's like orange. Hold it up for the YouTube to see.
I will do. I'm doing the. If you look on that
Okay.
camera, you can sit behind me. What I'll do is I'm going to play one off of that. I'll play the vinyl, and then I'll run around the room naked, shaking around.
Yay!
All right,
Yes, that sounds good.
and the vinyl.
And there we go. Chaoticradio.com, a beautiful disaster. Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Kyle back there, and Sound and Riot Gun, and we have Ronnie from Broken Patron Saints live in studio.
Short ChaoticRadio.com.
Beer and Revolution off of Beer and Revolution by RiotGun on ChaoticRadio.com. We have RiotGun live in studio on A Beautiful Disaster with Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Kyle back there in sound.
So you had a bone marrow transplant?
Yes.
And he's bone marrow?
Yes.
But no coincidence.
With an E, not an A.
Oh, in that case, what the fuck?
Yeah.
No, you went
Totally
marrow.
different.
You went through tough times lately.
Well, not lately, but
you know.
yeah.
How long ago was that?
November 2014.
That's still pretty fresh.
Well, I had like an upper respiratory infection since August. We were on tour. We were up in Oakland, right? And I almost collapsed on stage.
Yeah. They were screaming for an encore, and I turned to look at him, and he was gray.
Oh, no.
And he's Larry
Another
never,
excuse, right?
Yeah, Larry would never refuse an encore and any type of encore, and it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
It was pretty scary, and then
And then we had a show in Stockton.
of course, in Larry fashion, he said, "You guys just play," and then I said, "No, fuck you." We need to find out what's going on. And then, by the way, are you going to drink that beer? Because I don't.
Okay, we're
Don't fucking waste
2
beer,
miles
yeah.
away from the Anchor Brewery. We're at a bar that's going to give us an endless supply of Anchor beer. And I love that brewery and I love that beer. I didn't touch my beers, and that's when Matt saw.
That's why you got sick.
Yeah, he told him he must really be sick. He's
Yeah, if you're not drinking your beer.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we shut it down, and he went upstairs and with your nebulizer and all that stuff, and
Albuterol.
but it was pretty scary.
You're right back up.
Yeah. So the next weekend, I go to the doctor, and they go, "Oh, you better see a pulmonologist or whatever." And I get there, and he's all, "Well, you have double pneumonia." I go, "Oh, okay, that explains a lot."
That's the problem, yeah.
Yeah, and then, but he's all, "But that's not what I'm worried about." Is he looked at my white blood cell count. In April of that year, I'd gotten knee surgery, and I had, during the whole time I had bronchitis and stuff. They were doing blood work, and he's all, "Your white blood cells went from 11,000s or something to below 1." And
Wow, you kept one
That's
of them.
bad.
Kind of like
Yeah,
like a fucking cola.
yeah, and I go, well,
Souvenir.
that explains why I can't kick this bronchial thing. And he's on, well, it also is an indication of leukemia. And they admitted me to oncology right on that spot before a formal diagnosis. And the doctor, the next morning, is okay, well, you have what's called ALL. I don't even know what it means. Something lymphoblastic leukemia. Acute. And it wasn't cute at all, but acute lymphoblastic leukemia. He's all, it's generally the leukemia kids get. And I'm all, oh, okay, well, then I should be able to beat this.
I'm feeling
It's
young.
a kid thing,
Yeah, now what a great
And he's
attitude.
all, yeah, well,
kid can be.
Yeah, then the doctor tells me this. He goes, yeah, kids tend to fare very well with this and beat it. It usually kills guys your age. And I'm all, where's the bedside manner?
Yeah, start listening to his kids.
Doctors
music,
don't
see?
have bedside.
Yeah,
They're dry.
Yeah, he was.
No, you don't get too much of a sense of humor when you're just telling someone you're about to fucking die, do you?
No.
So I spent like a month in the hospital because they had to get rid of the pneumonia before they could start chemo.
Did you write songs about it?
I was going to start a side project, but a lot of people told me not to. It was going to be called Larry Leukemia and the Chemomaniacs.
Fucking right as well.
Why not?
That's what I thought. I go, let's have a sense of humor about this.
Might as well, right?
It's a little
Fucking
too
doctor got to you, didn't he?
soon. No, it was actually a good friend of mine, Dee Dee, didn't think it was a good
Yeah,
idea.
she got mad at both of us when I laughed about it. And
You got a fucking
I think it's a good idea.
we were sitting in the hospital room drinking beers. And,
Guinness.
That's funny. Really?
Yeah, and he brought it up, and we both laughed. And then
Did you sneak
she
in
was,
beers in the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, even I had to go back in for pneumonia around Thanksgiving, and he snuck me some in too, which is great.
You bring a
True
turkey.
friend.
Might as well bring a turkey. Might as well.
I mean, I've been to Ireland, and all the signs say Guinness. It's good for you.
Cures what ails you.
Well, the sign says it's good for you.
And if it says it, then fuck it.
Yeah, it's
Right?
got to be right. Advertising.
Doctor
is
says
always,
a glass of wine a day.
We know
That's what he says,
we
right?
know the
It's
Irish
true.
don't
It's
lie.
true, yeah.
They never lie.
Didn't say
Irish
anything about
never
2
lie.
bottles, right?
Yeah, but might be a little bit different. That's even better. If a glass is good, then 2 bottles is better, right?
The more the better, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
That's a
One beer is good, then 5 is great.
Yeah.
Must be. Where'd you fuckers grow up? Around Southern California?
Orange County.
Buena Park, my whole life.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, you guys were around.
Punks all your life?
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up Fullerton.
I started out.
I went to Valencia High School.
I started out being more of a rock and roll guy,
Yeah.
and
How do you change? How do you turn from, was it being in bands or what?
I think just in my neighborhood, all the older guys that I hung out, tried to hang out with and be cool with, they all listened to rock and roll, and then when I got in high school, I met some new friends, and they're like, "Hey, you should check this out." And at first, I was kind of like, that sounds like crap. That production doesn't sound.
Oh,
Very
Ronnie, you're in the Broken Patrons, which is a punk band.
Yeah.
Was punk your background?
As a kid, yeah, I mean, I listened to a lot of stuff, but it's like I said, it was crazy. I mean, I moved around a lot: Orange County, Simi Valley, Torrance. So wherever I went, I just wanted to do what was cool there, So there was a period where I was breakdancing.
Oh, you were a breakdancer.
Yeah, there's.
Hold let's try and guess.
cardboard box on the ground.
So which of those places do you think he was breakdancing in? Because you know the area better than me. I can't guess.
It was going off where I was in La Mirada, so it had to be somewhere close to there.
It was Orange County.
Yeah,
actually.
you throw the cardboard on the you throw the cardboard on the ground. You get your little radio, your little
we're streaming,
tape
do
player
something.
out. Yeah.
Oh hell no!
What the fuck? Come on. This ain't radio anymore. We can stream this shit. Show me some of this shit. Let me go grab some cardboard out the dumpster. I'll try it with you. Fuck,
Just
I
move
don't
the
care.
computers off the desk. You can do it on the desk.
Right.
Both of you. Let's have what do they call it when they compete?
Oh, battling.
Yeah, let's do battle. Dutchie and Ronnie.
So you grew up in La Mirada, which was right next to Norwalk.
I was in the board. Like my best friend was Orange County. I was one of those weird hybrid people, you know.
But I know all the guys from that movie Breaking and Breaking.
Yeah,
Through
they were all
Electric
from that. And that was
Boogaloo
it.
from
Was
Norwalk.
huge.
Yeah.
They used to bring like cardboard boxes and everything. Yeah, the pants, the parachute pants,
Yeah.
Well, the MC Hammer shit. That stuff.
and the members only jacket. Yep.
Yeah, so punk was always in the blood, but and also the family background, they did not like that shit. I remember hiding chain belts and walking out and then pulling them out to go to school, whatever. And
Even the
whatnot.
punkers did breakdancing then, though.
Why? Well, you talking about the punk clothes now or the breakdance stuff?
No, the punk clothes, because my family did not like that at all. So that's another reason. Breakdance was more accepted. It wasn't.
Because where your family from?
They're they have a Mormon background, so I mean, that's
For Mormonia.
Mormonia.
Yeah.
No, they're from like the South Bay Area, Torrance, and then my grandma raised me Indiana.
When Compton started, it was a Mormon town. People don't know that. That is an honest.
I've heard that.
And
but I
the
never
Mormons
was
love
there.
their breakdance.
My family's from Compton, and that's.
I got.
My dad has always told me
that don't sound right.
No,
I believe you, but it doesn't
look it
sound-
up.
I've heard it too. My ex-husband, my daughter's dad's family's from Compton, and he used to tell me the same thing.
It was the Mormon capital of
It was
Southern
all
California.
white for a really long time. Yeah, it was completely white.
Yeah.
For a really long time. Yeah.
Yeah, my dad went to
10 minutes.
Centennial High School and played football, and he said,
I've known people that have gone there, and they said it changed. I don't know what happened, but
Yeah, I got into a lot of skate punk too in like '87. Started listening to a lot of the skate punk, like what's that? Steve Caballero's band, the
Faction.
The Faction. Yeah, so I listened to a lot of that stuff.
did you go to that skate park on Telegraph?
Telegraph.
Was a pool that you used to be able to
No, I've never been to that one.
See, I've never heard of the bands, the skate bands.
Yeah,
I've never heard of that.
well, there were a bunch of great ones, especially right around the area of Faction, Los Oliveras.
yeah. I don't know.
A couple skaters. were in
Someone
that
needs to
band,
get me
too.
all that music, or tell me where I can go get it from.
Well, even Dwayne
I'll
Peters
work on
had
that. I'll work on that.
What was Dwayne Peters'
US
band
Bombs?
back then? No, way before
way
that.
before the US
Political
Bombs.
crap.
Yeah,
Yeah, and they
because
were
that
like
stuff,
a skate rock.
I was skating was not part of my life, right? So coming here and finding out about it, it really interests me, especially because the skaters are the surfers as well, right?
Yeah.
And the territorial bullshit always interests me. That you're going 5, 10, 15 miles away and you consider that to be your enemies, Fullerton and fucking South Bay and Huntington Beach. And when people first told me about being profiled because you're a punk in Huntington Beach, I'm like, fuck off, you're exaggerating. Right? No, I mean,
I
seriously.
heard laughter from the sound booth. I think his beer went out.
I enjoy particularly fucking with the people of Huntington Beach myself.
Do you?
Well, doesn't everybody though?
And he's from Huntington Beach.
There's good reason. though.
But tell me why.
Just because they have this look down their nose, treat you like you're beneath them kind of attitude, and I don't like that.
I agree with that.
Where do you live?
In Huntington Beach.
Yeah.
And you're posting pictures of beach evening walks. Fuck you.
That's
the
beach. That's
I
real
like
good.
paradise, but at the same time, I don't have to like the people in paradise.
No, just post
that's not Huntington
sloppy
either,
pictures
so.
of the sunsets and the sunrises and the seashells and shit. Yeah, and I'll sit here in the Inland Empire going.
Clams.
So wait, in the 70s, what did they do in England then? If there was people weren't skateboarding,
That's what I
Football,
always
soccer.
ask him. Yeah, because
It was
Lacrosse.
soccer. It was soccer and punk.
And
and
rugby.
that's what
Really?
your music's
Yeah.
all about, right?
'cause it was kind of the complete opposite here in America. Like the whole jock thing, which was kind of mid 80s coming into punk. Like punk despised the whole
I
jock.
don't think they were
playing
jocks,
it.
though.
I'm not talking about playing it. I'm talking about going to the pubs before the games,
Getting in fights.
drinking, listening to the punk on the
Getting in
jukebox.
fights.
Getting in fights, yeah. I mean,
Because you said you looked forward. You knew there was going to be a fight.
Oh, yeah.
You knew you
No,
were going
we
out.
knew,
You're
yeah.
Well, since we're on this whole English culture thing, let me ask you this. Here in America, we eat these things called French fries. In England, they're call them chips. Okay. And here in America, we eat these things. They're made out of potatoes too, called chips. You call them
Crisps.
Okay. Here we have this breakfast cereal made out of rice. Rice Krispies. What do you guys call them? If crisps already use
We call them Rice
chips.
Krispies too. Snap, crackle, and pop. Same commercial.
But
In England, we have something called Fanny.
What's fan? That's not something.
Fanny's
butt.
something else out
We've
here.
spoken about that, and I told her that's my butt. My butt's my fanny, right?
In England, Fanny is vagina. Fanny
Yeah,
is
so I have
pussy.
to watch it when I say spank my fanny.
So-
I got to be careful.
So when you came on, when we sat here before the show talking about white moths, right, and
Yes.
black moths because what were they? They went down the mines or something. They were
no, it was because of the soot that was in the air from all the coal.
So
that
made
was
them black.
burning.
so the moths flew around with black, and I'm thinking, yeah.
Well, the air was always had a high soot content, so the moths were black, but they weren't
it's one
really
of the
black.
best
They were
fucking.
white.
Who told you that?
Oh, I remember from when I was like in third grade.
Wait.
when
Oh,
I
it must be
studied
fucking
English.
true then, right?
Wait.
Well, yeah, Mrs. Veranek wouldn't lie about that. she
When
wouldn't.
I was-
Not to me.
When I was little, my mom said if I was bad, she was going to spank my fanny.
Yeah. And then if you went to England, you would enjoy it.
Oh my
Holy
god!
So
So
wait,
no,
and then what is
Next time she says, she still says
then
that
what do
about
you
my
call the
tattoos.
fanny in England? Then?
A bum.
Bum.
But next time she says
the
that, I'm gonna say,
hobos
"Mom,
out
no."
here in America we call bums.
You're right.
But
yeah.
they say, I guess I
You gotta
that makes
spank
sense.
your bum,
They
huh?
smell like okay. I get it. I
That's
finally
right. It's a bum hole.
and you know, and why is it that in England you guys speak English, but here in America where we also speak English, we can't understand what the English people
Because
say.
they speak proper English.
But
Right,
how do you
don't
know it's proper though?
Because
I don't
we
know about
invented it.
that.
Is it like
invented it.
We speak
Castilian
alternative
English?
English.
Let's be honest. Just over 200 years ago, you communicated with smoke signals, right? We came over. We taught you, right? We taught you. We taught the Indians, right? We medicated the Indians.
Yes. Gave them free blankets too. That's another
Did we?
story though. Yeah.
I didn't know we gave them
Yeah,
anything except
free
for whiskey.
blankets
So
that were
it's called
covered.
smallpox.
Exactly.
Smallpox.
Infected blankets.
Yes.
They were just small.
They were pretty
And then we took off. We went.
And then you
from,
invented punk rock.
No, we invented Thanksgiving.
Then punk rock.
They invented punk rock after they heard the Ramones. Yeah.
Here we go. Now we're back to that. See, now we've gone full circle and where did
That's
punk
awesome.
start? So no, it's two different cultures that are very, very close. And when you look at places or the festivals now, because here we are 40 years later, and yeah, I mean, you grew up skateboarding and punk, and I grew up going to the pub and listening to punk and going to soccer games and having that tribal violence.
See, it was the
Right.
same thing, but with skateboarding. You had the soccer and that stuff, and they had skateboarding and surfing, and that was their tribal violence.
Right.
Because
So we were doing the same shit.
Yeah.
You know, in different places.
Which,
in a
if you
different
think about
Potato,
it, you were
potato,
asking me about that
tomato,
whole 15-mile.
Yeah,
tribal
oh no,
stuff.
ours was worse.
Yeah, I would imagine because you have Manchester, you have Arsenal, you have all these.
Right, I woke up Sunday morning from my show Saturday night, put on the telly, and there was my Tottenham Arsenal game. These two stadiums are a mile away from each other. They fucking hate each other's guts because they're so close, because they're that rivals in the same town. You know, you look at professional sport in America, right, and you've got the country's just immense, right? And you've got 32 NFL teams or 34, whatever the fuck it is. In the UK, you've got 92 professional soccer clubs.
Wow.
You've got, I believe, I could be wrong, roundabout in the Premier League alone, 7 teams from London, 6 teams from London. So everything is so fucking compact, right? So the tribal stuff is even worse. And you can tell someone's from a different town just because of the way they speak. You got
accents,
You know,
right?
you walk into a pub and you're from Liverpool. Well, you fucking know you're from Liverpool.
I don't think we had an Orange County. Well, there was maybe an Orange County, LA County accent, but I don't think so.
Can you imagine
we
if there
would know,
was? That
'cause
would
we
have been
live here.
cool.
Yeah, it's right. And I was right in the middle, so I was both.
Not at all, dude.
Can you imagine? So your HB guy goes to a show in LA, like, dude. Like,
No, actually,
you're
yeah,
from HB,
yeah. You know what? Yeah, you're right. Okay, never mind.
Okay, we should play some more music.
Yes.
Can't
What
wait
song,
to-
what song do you want me to play?
Hemiuda.
That's the one that you thought was Temecula. You're listening to chaoticradio.com, a beautiful disaster show with Dutchie, the legendary punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, and Kyle back there in sound. Riot Gun live in studio. Give us a call, 909-360-8330.
It's uncensored. It's live 24/7. It's chaoticradio.com.
Everything's a mess. Time away, well, it's time to spend it out. Finally, I can say what will come of me. I bet you lost and I'll be dead. And that's what I am. They're trying to save my soul. Bottoms up, 'cause here we go. Bet you lost, you know, I'll be dead. Destroyed. I'm living my life at the edge of the knife. Prophecy foretold. Damnation is all I say. You see the road ahead. A lot of souls think they rock dead. Everything's a mess. Come away, well, it's time to spend, yeah. But finally, I can say what will come of me. Well, bet your life that I'll be dead. That's what I am. They're trying to save my soul. said I'll be dead. That's what I am. Try and save my soul. Bottoms up, 'cause here we go. That's a lot, you know. I'll be dead. Well, I'll be dead.
And that was Murder Temptation by RiotGun. Previously to that, we had Hemi Kuda by RiotGun as well. And what albums was that off, guys?
Spectacular Beer and Revolution, out now on
And that-
Last Punk Rocker Records
that
and
album-
Crowd Control Media.
I have to tell you, it's orange and it's got green spots on it. And what did you call that one spot?
Well, because
I want to say it looks like a witch fingernail.
no,
but
because
Dutchie went like-
Ronnie went. Was it you? He said, "What's that on the?" You know,
Oh, it was Matt.
But Matt,
So
what's that on the vinyl? I said, "I don't know, but it looks like a horse fingernail
it kind of does, yeah.
because it's bright fucking green."
All the rest
Not
are
that
like
I've
a dark
seen many
green.
horse fingernails. I mean, don't get me fucking
Yeah,
wrong.
Dutchie.
Yeah, it's just randomly bright green for no reason.
But the rest are like an army green color, and but it's pretty cool.
This,
Yeah.
um,
That's a special one because that's a special mark on because they're all different because they're spotted, right?
Yeah.
I would imagine. Yeah.
So that one's unique.
is that
Oh,
one?
actually,
Is
we
that
have
one staying there,
special
or are you
plates
taking it
made
with you?
so
Can we
they're
put it
all-
on the wall?
That's for you. That's for
Oh,
you.
that's gonna go on the wall.
They're gonna sign it. We're gonna put it on the wall. Yep.
Yeah.
And then our first album too.
You don't
we
want us
brought
to
for
sign
you.
it, it'll be
Short
Yeah, we
Album.
have
No
both
way.
albums. We have two.
That's spectacular.
They're gonna sign both of them, and they're both gonna go on the wall.
Why do you want to get them signed? Wouldn't that depreciate the
I
value?
think so.
Yeah.
It's going to devalue it right there.
It's going to devalue it a lot.
Not in our
Fuck yeah.
hearts,
Oh,
right, Dutchie? In our hearts, it's gonna be
Means more to us,
Yes.
the Platinum Heart Duo.
No, I mean,
That's
you
a
know
good
what?
name
You
for a
fucking laugh
band.
about it. You laugh about it, right? But not as funny as his Larry Leukemia band.
No, I like
And the
that.
Chemomaniacs.
I
There
like
you
the
go.
chemo media, and they got to stay bald.
Yes. Yes, that works
Sick.
good.
You're
I got
fucking
no-
sick.
Look at this. You're hired as
stay
PR.
bald.
PR for the band.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
Just leave a few strands.
We're going viral.
Like it.
You gotta have a sense of humor, though. Come on, you
You
do.
got it. You do.
You could get shows at hospitals doing that.
No, I
I
don't think it's
doubt
that
we
far.
would.
No, I wouldn't take it that far.
Mental
No,
hospital.
you're telling me I'm the dark one, Dutchie.
Yeah, that's true. No, I mean, like,
You just took it
I'm
a
a
step
little,
level.
I'm a
Yeah.
little bit sick.
Yeah,
I
you
must
are.
say, yeah. I mean, we used to have when a plane crashed or there was a mine collapsed or something, and the news would come out and go, you know, there was 452 people died on that plane. We'd go, fuck off, there wasn't 452 on that, and we'd start. Like, I work construction, we'd all put $5 in, and whoever got the
Oh.
closest to the death toll
The
would
Deadpool.
win. You know. So, but that's the
How
kind
many
of-
miners died though?
well, there was quite a few mines that used to collapse, you know, coal mines or around the world, not just in the UK. But when something like there could be an explosion or something, and they go, "Oh, there's 92 miners trapped," we go, "Fuck off, there's 51." So, all right, $5, let's go. 51. No, I'm going 24. Will be dead.
Oh, because it would change after they. After,
Yeah, because it was like, you know, fucking shock horror fucking news.
Yeah.
You know, so
They always do that.
it was fun betting on it though.
Did you ever win?
I don't think I ever did. No, I always went too low.
You're like, they're exaggerating, right?
Me?
No, them.
His mistrust
News.
of the media.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Fake news. Listen to chaoticradio.com. A beautiful disaster. We have RiotGun live in studio. Feel free to give us a call, 909-360-8330. Download the app, kkrad.com. Watch us live on YouTube right now.
I want to know more about your youth, like your real fucking misspent 15-year-old
I
fucking
think we've
going
come
out.
full circle.
My youth, you know, it's a good Catholic boy. Very nerdy. Collected comic books. Was really into Alice Cooper in the early 70s.
That's
And,
what Catholicism does to you. I was a Catholic girl too, yeah.
Well, you know, it turns out Alice Cooper was the son of a preacher. And so I could kind of see.
Alice Cooper's not one of those guys over the years that we found out molested boys, is he?
Not yet.
Not yet. All right, here's my $5 says he fucking did.
Yeah, Ted Nugent. Yeah, no, Ted Nugent gets my $5.
Yeah. Well, anyways, that was my background. So I was, you know, very early age, you know, into comic books, and then this Alice Cooper character comes along. He's, you know, like
He
a
was like a
comic
comic
book.
character, yeah.
And then my younger brother, he's a year and a half younger than me, was totally into Kiss and the Kiss Army, and we used to like be in the backyard like beating each other up. Alice Cooper's better than Kiss. No, Kiss has an army. I go, Alice
Kiss
Cooper
had more
has
makeup.
They got $1 billion baby, you know.
And a fucking snake, bitches. Yeah.
And then so, you know, in the
Where was
around
Ozzy in the
78
regiment?
when the whole new wave thing was going off, Blondie, the Ramones, you know, that led me into like other bands like the Dead Boys. And then when the Fullerton scene started happening in 79, you know, we had early versions of the Adolescents. My good friend Mario Martinez was booking shows, and he runs, you might even know him, he runs Rock and Roll Screen Print.
I didn't know it was the same guy. Yeah, I know who that
Yeah,
is.
he does everybody's shirts. Great artist, great.
I know who he is, and I know who Rock and
Yeah.
Roll Scream, but I didn't put two and two together. So,
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Yeah, he used to do shows at the Galaxy in Fullerton, which was a roller rink, and everybody from Orange County would go. Everybody played there. You know, Bad Religion played there. Yeah, he even did you know, Black Flag shows. I mean, he really brought a bunch of LA and Valley bands to Orange County, gave, you know, bands like Social Distortion, Adolescents a big chance to expand their territory, going out to the Starwood and Whiskey, and you know, so just this whole nerdy comic book culture thing of mine, just getting really into the Ramones at a young age. And
Well, the Ramones
Dead
were
Boys.
nerdy as fuck.
Yeah,
weren't
they have a lot of bands. Like on my Thursday show that I have, there's okay, you're gonna hate this statue. There's a genre called nerd punk, and a lot of the nerd punk stems from the Ramones. I don't think it's nerd punk. I like it. It's kind of
I
poppy,
think
but
it was great.
But
Talk to me.
it stems
No such thing,
from the
Kat.
Ramones.
There's no such thing.
yeah,
Somebody
We are having
sent
smoke.
you-
We are having
Yeah,
smoke.
there is. They call
yeah,
it pop punk.
we're having smoke solidarity.
Don't start me. Don't fucking
Okay.
start me going on.
You remind me,
You
Dutchie.
and your fucking genres.
Early June, we are having
Both
smoke.
of you fuckers.
We're having Smoke Solidarity here from Hawaii, and they have on their Bandcamp page. That's where I learned it, nerd punk, and it's like
No,
Ramones.
all right, I'm leaving.
well, you know,
You
Frank
can ask them about it then.
I don't
Frank used to coin that phrase too with the Voodoo Glow Skulls.
Yeah.
When they first started, they were all white
Nerd punk.
shirts, glasses, hair come back.
Devo.
Great
Okay,
band.
yeah.
I
So,
love
I
Devo
like
when they
Devo.
first came
That she
out.
doesn't like Devo.
That first
They're
album
okay.
is great.
They're okay.
I love them.
I grew up in a different culture with totally different fucking
I
music.
know, it's weird.
Right? And
But I
said
mean,
the
how
other day,
different though? What did you listen to before punk? Because out here we were listening to stuff like The Sweet. We were listening to
Schwaddy-waddy.
Slade. You know, that
there's
kind of
two of mine, yeah.
influence. You know,
Slade, the Sweet, Slade, T-Rex,
I like
Mud,
T-Rex.
Sparks. We talked about this the other day.
well,
We-
Sparks is a California band that
No,
No,
Sparks.
there's two Sparks. There's two Sparks.
Sparks from California. They were getting nowhere, and they moved to England.
Are we talking about the two brothers?
Yeah, they were actually from, were they from Ventura or Simi Valley or something? They're Californians, born and bred. They
Nah,
went.
There's two different Sparks. I
They
thought. I thought there was
moved-
We
two
gotta
Sparks.
check that out.
You better
Google
check
it.
it out.
Google it.
Check it out.
California.
Kyle, Google it. Google Sparks. Find out if there's one. I think there's two different ones. I think there's UK and there's a California. Because I
The
thought it was the
UK
same
one is
thing.
they went nowhere in California.
Didn't they play
had
at Magic
to go
Mountain
there.
all the
With the
time?
girl
They
bass
did.
player.
That was that.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't it sound the same?
Well, when they first started off, they
Was
were
it two different
they were
things?
influenced by the whole Sweet and Slade glam rock thing, and then they kind
David
of progressed.
Byrne.
No,
I
Dave,
don't
no,
think
it wasn't. It was Ron and Russell Mail.
Yes.
was their names, right?
Yes,
Oh, I'm
Let's
thinking
see
wrong
where-
person. Never mind. But yeah, but the two
you're
different
thinking
Sparks.
Talking
I'll
Heads.
tell you what, we're gonna go to fucking
I'm thinking
commercial.
it's two different Sparks.
right?
I thought.
What?
Yeah.
And then during commercial, we're going to argue this.
Well, because they sounded different.
So get on YouTube.
And while we're at commercial,
But you know what? One
we're
was
gonna
more
find
70s,
out.
one was more 80s. Is that what it is?
Yeah, well, when they started in the early 70s.
And then they progressed?
Yeah.
Totally different sounding though. Chaoticradio.com,
Well,
beautiful
they had
disaster.
big
Sparks.
love for craft.
Tonight, heartbeat, increasing heartbeat. You hear the thunder of stampeding rhinos, elephants, and tacky tigers. This town ain't big enough for the both of us. Entertain me, who's gonna lead? Lying, optimistic, lying, man with mystery. Well, this is real, do not show any fear. Heartbeat, increasing heartbeat. You are a khaki-colored bombardier. It's Hiroshima, January. This town ain't big enough for both of us.
Gabba Gabba, hey, Pinhead by the Ramones. You're listening to Beautiful Disaster, chaoticradio.com with the legendary punk DJ.
You say that with more love every time.
Because I love you, Mom. Myself, Cat Monroe, Kyle back there in Sound and RiotGun live in studio. You know, when I was a freshman in high school, we had a teacher that used to sing that to us and he'd get pissed off at calls. You fucking pinheads.
Exactly. Yeah.
It was a Catholic all-girls school, too.
He wasn't wrong, was he?
No.
So let's clear a few things up. Sparks?
It's one band.
California.
And I was told
California.
they lived in the same street as me when I was a kid.
Really?
They probably
that-
did live on that same street.
Maybe they moved there from
It's
here.
like the Black Moth. See how things start?
No, actually, it was a girl who lived up the street said that it was her uncle or something like that. So now I know it was a total lie. We were in a little
English
fucking...
people can't have American uncles from the valley?
No.
Okay.
Not back
Just
then.
making sure.
No. Maybe now.
Yeah, okay.
Nah, not then. No, you were just kicking us out of the country, right? But we were definitely listening to the
Let's
same
make
music.
America great again. Get rid of the English.
Oh, my goodness.
And, but then we were talking. You know, we go off the. We got a commercial and we were talking about, you know, the years and the bands that fucking came around all of a sudden, and that was the band
Yeah.
that did more than the Pistols.
The Ramones.
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, they changed my life. You know, I went from, you know, this was 78. I bought the Ramones records out of order. I bought Leave Home first because that was the first one I saw.
Leave Home was what, the third album?
Second album. And then I bought the first
one was
album.
Ramones. Second
Yeah.
one was
Leave Home.
The third-
and then
Rocket to Russia.
was the third,
yeah.
which is probably my favorite Ramones album.
That was my favorite
Next
Ramones.
to It's Alive.
And then, like I said, I was at that show.
Yeah, and you were telling me
What
about
year
the
was
Grammy
that?
Museum with the big screen thing.
Yeah, and well, I swore it was on New Year's Eve of '78, but when I went to the Grammy Museum,
Yeah, it would
to
be
the
77,
Ramones, it
'cause
was
the album
New
came
Year's
out
Eve
in
of '77.
Yeah.
You know, and the Ramones were playing to 4,000 people in the UK,
Wow.
and they were having, you know, top 5, top 10 albums, and then they were going back to CBGB's, which is their most famous place where they played, and they were playing to 200 people again.
Yeah.
And that was one of the great things about watching their documentaries. You know, you grew up with that. You didn't.
No.
Too young.
No, not at all.
So
What year are we talking about?
we're talking about 77, 78.
Yeah,
right?
I'm born in '73, so yeah.
You know.
I was just a wee lad.
But
You were 4 like
that's
me.
why there's
You
a
were
huge
4.
there's a huge difference between the old school punkers, right, who were lucky enough to be a part of that very, very first wave.
Yeah, I like the old school punk way better than a lot of the stuff that comes out now. I mean, from the younger kids. I mean, some of the younger kids still try to emulate a lot of the old school punk, but there's some stuff that comes out. It's just like, man, what is this? You know?
But come on, when you were 4 and 5 and you saw punk stuff, didn't it kind of scare you because your mom made you scared of it?
I didn't see much when I was 4 or 5,
Really?
man. Yeah.
I saw my first mohawk when I was like 6 or 7. I freaked out.
Yeah.
I saw safety pins in the ears of you know,
Now,
you're a
and
kid,
see-
and I was scared.
I don't want to say anything. You know when people get fucked up and go into hospital, right, and they end up really fucked up in life. Now look at her boyfriend. no, look at her boyfriend, right? He hasn't got it tonight, but the thing that scared her the most as a kid was a mohawk. Yeah, see?
I know, but I did when he met my dad reminded me. He's like, "Do you remember hiding behind me when you were like 5 years old because the mohawk
What's your
scared
boy
the
got
crap
to say
out of
about
you?"
that? Hey,
He's ignoring us
I
right
know
now.
he is, yeah.
No, you know what? It's actually, you know, I get into the conversation a lot of times about the style of punk versus the actual music itself. And, you know, when we sat with Ed Culver for a number of hours, we were looking through all of his old pictures of the LA punk rock scene. No mohawks, no plaid, no cheetah shit. It was just t-shirt, jeans, chucks,
Come
and
as you
leather
are.
jackets.
And that was it. I mean, it was like, if you had a button-up shirt, you probably got it at a thrift store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, but you had to cut the sleeves off because then you couldn't see your T-shirt.
Yeah.
Most of the sleeve, because he had still have something to roll the cigarettes up in, I think.
Yeah.
I didn't see a mohawk until the second wave of punk. Exploited were the band to me that made that big time, and everyone wanted to follow Exploited.
I saw one in like
GBH. Was it
79 and I was
GBH?
terrified.
GBH have?
I don't. Yeah, I think they did. Yeah,
Mohawks?
that what's his name did the one.
Yeah, but that was later in mid-'80s.
Yeah.
Because I know when they first came out, they were all spiky-haired leather boys and, you know, look kind of like spiky-haired Rob Halford's out there.
We thought it was cool as fuck
nothing's
listening
wrong with that.
listening to some of the American punk. Some of it, and I say 'cause
Why?
we were-
Why
we-
some of it and why which ones?
It was like you just said. I mean, we were talking about the Dickies, and the Dickies were fucking huge out there, and they were playing on a Tuesday night to fucking
Mondays
nobody
and
over
Tuesdays
here.
out here, and but they were still fantastic back then.
Yeah.
And and their second album doesn't get as much credit as their first one.
I didn't even know they had two.
Dawn of the Dickies.
Dawn of the Dickies is great.
That's right, Dawn of the Dickies. Yes, I do remember it.
And it was way more polished than the Incredible Shrinking Dickies, but the songs to this day, like Infidel Zombie has that sax intro. And
Was that the one with Disney's Over Stukaland?
no, that was
the
their
next
third
one,
album.
one?
Yeah.
That was the name of the album, right?
Yeah. No, Stuka's Over Disneyland.
Close.
Not Disney
Disney's
over
over
Stukaland.
That was fucking Mickey
That's
Mouse
funny.
attacking Germany with you fuckers.
Yeah.
Right there in front of the
We'll
airplane.
fly the House of Blues over there.
But that obviously influenced you, all that shit.
Oh,
because
yeah.
when we listen to what you're playing now, right?
Yeah.
And I asked you earlier, how old is this music? When was it written? When was it recorded?
Some of these songs it was recorded 3 years ago at Caltech, that fancy
The Earthquake
engineering
College.
school. Yeah, where the seismologist.
Shut up.
No,
I
seriously.
swear, yeah.
Someone you knew worked there, and you
The guy
snuck
was
in the
actually a
back door.
seismologist
Yeah.
that engineered.
He's
it.
like,
Really?
"All right, we're going to record this on the same shit that
I
does
didn't
the
know
earthquakes."
that.
Yeah.
And an awesome bass player, actually.
Yeah.
He was in Dodge Dart.
What was his,
Drastic Action.
Oh, yeah, I've
What was
seen
his
Dodge
name?
Start actually.
Yeah?
but what's the name of the guy?
Anthony Guarino.
Okay. Oh, I know who that is. I had no idea.
He
It was
grew
all,
up in Anaheim,
Yeah.
Garden Grove area. He's
Yeah.
hold on, I'm 51, so I think he's either my age or 50. I know we're like months apart.
Things like that don't surprise me in the scene. We had Alfie Agnew in here, and
that
he's like
guy
working
played
with
my
NASA
art.
and shit.
When I used to have an art gallery. I used to have an art gallery in Huntington Beach. He played my art gallery about a year and a half ago. I had no freaking clue it was the same guy.
Yeah, he's been doing a lot of acoustic stuff.
Yeah, he was doing acoustic
Yeah.
at my art gallery. Yeah.
Why do we just immediately think if you're punk, you're stupid?
Seditious. I blame the English.
Yeah, blame the English, yeah. Yeah,
there's
because
the
fucking
camera.
Darby Crash was a fucking scientist.
He was. People don't know that he went to.
Don't even go there because
No,
I got
he-
Wikipedia right there. I got
Well, look it up.
sparks
He
to
went
it.
to one of those very. What was that in Hollywood? That school where it was like before the
Skid
term
Row?
magnet schools came out.
Yeah.
It was
Special school?
It wasn't that kind.
It wasn't that kind of special.
Sorry,
It was
they
like,
ride by a short
Kids
bus.
have this
like a magnet school before magnet schools
yeah,
came
but
out.
for
Yeah.
kids that they felt were underachievers, weren't working to their potential. Paul Rossler went there.
Yeah, they all went to the same
Yeah.
school.
And they ended up all smoking dope with their teachers. But,
Yeah, but look at him now. Per Rossler's got a
oh yeah,
professional.
he's a
we've
genius
had him in here.
producer,
Yeah.
keyboard player. you
And
name it.
Anthony, which is crazy, he's a friend of mine. I'd known him for like 4 or 5 years. He played my art girl. Like I said, I had no idea about that background, which is weird.
Yeah,
He's really humble about it then too.
yeah.
because
And
he's
see,
never
that's the
mentioned that
thing.
to me.
Anything,
Well,
Darby
it blew me
said-
away. You know what? I was we had a special show with Professor and the Madman.
Yes,
And
that was rad.
And my girlfriend said, ask Alfie about him being part of the team that proved Einstein's theory of this. And I'm like, fucking shut up. She's like, no, seriously.
That's why it's called Professor.
Right. And so it was like, he was talking to me and it was just like the fucking Tokyo Times crossword to me, listening to him, you know? But it was interesting as fuck. And then, I don't know, we put fucking labels on people, you know?
Absolutely.
Well, look at what Greg Graffin from Bad Religion has, like 2 PhDs.
He teaches as a professor at UCLA, right?
He has, I know, like Cornell.
So which one of you
and-
three is a professor?
Shit, I'm the
Shit.
least of
Ronnie's like, fuck off, don't look
He's
at
a
me.
surfer. Can't ask a surfer.
Prior to my bout with leukemia, I had started my PhD program.
Seriously?
Yeah, I'm actually a school teacher.
Why so late in life?
I just when I go in the bar, I just want them to call me Doc. It's more of a vanity thing for me, but I am really interested in disability studies, stuff like that. I am. I'm not shitting you.
We're trying to be serious. I'm sorry.
Am I ever
You're the smartest guy I know.
Would I ever put that degree into action? No. I've been in my career for so long that if I stepped down and taught at a university, I'd be making less money than I make
But
now.
you'd have that title.
Yeah, that's just what I just.
So
want to
what
tell
age? What age do you teach?
Middle school. So they're too old to be kids, too young to be teenagers.
taught
so they're
middle
just
school.
assholes.
That sounds like
I
an
taught middle school,
That's
so
the name of an
jerks.
album,
They're
right?
jerks, so little jerks. Yeah.
They think
Too
they
old
know
to rock and
everything,
roll,
but
too
they
young
know
to fucking
nothing.
die.
They know
The
what
hormones are like
no.
drugs in their brain, and
They look at you in their eyes, say "fuck you" without even saying it. Yep. Mhm.
and they think I don't even know the terms they use anymore.
I taught middle school at a Catholic school.
Oh,
Yeah.
Double whammy.
They would go. You send them to go out and pray, and Mary, they're smoking joints out in front of Mary. They ain't praying.
Wow.
Hail and Mary
my
Jane.
Yeah, my answer to that is that's wiggity wiggity whack, yo.
Yeah.
And I say that stuff at school, and the
Yeah.
kids look at me like I'm retarded.
Yeah, exactly.
I go, what is that?
Do you enjoy it?
Yeah, some days more than others. I do enjoy it.
Do the kids know that you're they're not listening to the show?
The rocker kids know.
So you can
They'll
when you.
come in, they go, I saw a YouTube video.
I was just
you
gonna
saying
say
shit.
tomorrow you go.
I saw you drinking
Oh
beer.
yeah,
and
they'll
you,
call you out on all that stuff.
can you score a spirit?
Over the years, we've had quite a
Fuck yeah,
few.
we can do that. Fuck yeah.
I had my tattoos when I was teaching. I had to cover it up. So like at 100 degree weather in Linwood, they'd be like, why are you wearing a sweater? You have tattoos, don't you?
Shit, I bet she wore a
Nope.
sweater and cut all the front out of it.
Over the years, we've had quite a few of Larry's students come, and when we're playing 21 and over,
That's cool though.
that tells you how long he's been doing it. And yeah, they show up to the shows, and
And they buy me
Is
Guinness.
it?
they
I was
still
just
call
gonna
Buy
say,
you beer?
Mr. H.
Yeah.
Is it
Hey, Mr.
cool
H.
though that we talk about the ones that you're teaching now and you've done it for fucking years, and then they obviously know you play in a band, right? You don't hide that, or do you?
I don't.
Right? So they know you, and they must.
This is what I wore to work today. A Bone Crusher shirt.
No, you didn't.
So that'd be a cool teacher.
That's
Yeah.
how I am. My principal doesn't hassle me.
That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, I mean, and I've had some talented kids come through my school. Unfortunately, Andy Demise, who real name Andrew Martinez, was in the Necromantics as a drummer. He came out of my junior high school. I used to jam with him after
That's a
school
great
when he was
drummer.
a kid.
That's crazy.
And I had jokingly told him, when you turn 18, you could join RiotGun. And he showed up to practice. He's all, I'm 18 now, and I'm all. I go, I'm not kicking Matt out of the band. And he's all, I know, I got this new band.
It could be like Gary Glitter and have two drummers.
And then he ended up, we've thought about that. We got a keyboard player now.
Do you?
RiotGun, yeah.
Well, see, we go and see Adam Ant, right? And I'm going to see him again. Always had two drummers.
Yeah.
Gary Glitter's always had the fucking power from two drummers. And I'll tell
That's
you what,
crazy.
one of the coolest things to me when you watch two drummers is when they're fucking exact, like synchronized fucking swimmers. It's like cool as fuck.
Synchronized drummers.
Yeah.
What was the band? I got a line on you, baby. What band was that? Free?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had two drummers. I mean, I only know that song from them, but I remember the video from the early days of MTV going, that's an awesome
There's
thing,
not
two
many
drummers.
bands, are there? Oh, I mean, you think about over the years, how many bands could you name that are
Grateful
fucking...
Dead had two drummers.
Yeah, I think, 30
But the songs,
were
the
hippies.
songs were like 20 hours long though, so
Yeah.
they needed two drummers. So
Yeah,
one
so
would get
they
too
were-
tired. Yeah. One get tired, take a break. Next one, take over.
Can I play more music?
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Gary Glitter
Yeah. What
or
song?
Riot Gun?
Riot Gun. You're listening to CaoticRadio.com, a beautiful disaster. Dutch the Punk DJ. Myself, Cat Monroe. Kyle and Sound and Riot Gun live in studio.
Just 'cause the wrong don't make you right. Just 'cause you're weak don't mean you don't have to fight. Just 'cause you're blind don't mean you can't see the shit around your face. Fight all the lies you think. Fight all the things that make you hate. Just 'cause I'm wrong don't make you right. Just 'cause you're weak don't mean you don't have to fight. Just 'cause you're blind don't mean you can't see the shit around your body. Fight all the lies you speak. Fight all the things that make you hate. You won't look me in the eyes. A drunken motherfucker, I am Peter Mine. I can't help who I am, or what I put the bed. Well, that's why I refuse to say that I apologize. 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 That I apologize.
Kaotic.com, and that was Apology by RiotGun on a Beautiful Disaster Punk radio show.
That's fucking great.
What
music.
album is that off? You said off of RiotGun.
No, it was off a Dutch album called Verses.
Oh, that's what we were just talking about. Okay.
Yeah.
A Dutch album.
Yeah.
You like to go
released in the-
international.
it's not released in the US.
No, it was only released in Holland. Mad Skull Records.
So how can someone buy that if they wanted to buy it? Do they have to?
Well, if you contact our label now,
Call me, I'll sell it to you.
Last Punk Rocker Records in Germany, I think he was able to secure a handful of copies.
I gave away my last copy.
How did I get it then?
Well, good news is it's
Bootlegged
going to
it.
be on the Beer and Revolution CD, which will eventually be on iTunes. We have that whole 7 songs from that session. And these, we're talking, this was like 15 years ago we recorded this stuff.
Yeah, that was my first recording with RiotGun when I.
That song there.
So that was 17 years ago.
So you said. So how long has Riot
Well, that
been
song's
together?
17 years old.
Since
Yeah.
93.
That's a long time.
And that was my favorite recording. That was recorded at El Pocho Loco with the.
No, Dog Run.
No, it was El Pocho Loco back then.
Was
Fine,
it? Yeah.
fine.
Eddie Casillas from
Eddie
Voodoo Glow Skulls, the guitar player.
Who was
recorded
guitar
us.
player on that?
That me. But he was the guy who engineered it. We went to his
okay.
studio in Riverside right down the road.
Because, yeah, that takes me back to the day. That takes me back to being young. Now, let me ask you this. When we were young, right, we looked up and we only saw, to me, we saw young punk bands, right? There was obviously no old punk bands because it was fucking brand new.
Yeah.
Did you have in your mind, I had in mind definitely, when the old bands were trying to tour, that you'd go, oh my God, you old bastards. Get back on your couch, go the fuck away. You're too old to play music, because we were 14, 15 and they were in their fucking 30s and 40s and shit.
That was old.
Yeah. That was old. You know, because
Back then,
when you think that punk came out in 77 and you go back to the old rock and roll, which was in 58, 59, which is only 15 years before, and now we're 40 years later. You'd see old people playing, or what you would consider washed up old bands, and go, fuck off, get back in your cave. And now we see bands like the Angelic Upstarts, Cockney Rejects, Sham 69, all of
Bar.
them. All of
Special
them.
Duties, all
Every
coming
fucking
back.
one of them, right? And they're our age, and I don't feel old, right?
Well, it's because they're our age.
I don't just
you want to think somebody your age
you're
is
looking
old.
eye to eye now.
in
Yeah.
life, I don't feel old. And I think it's because of the music and the people I hang around with, right? I may look old, right? But when I go out, when I pick up a guitar, and when I go to bands, I feel exactly the same as I felt when I was 15.
Oh, yeah.
That's an awesome
why-
thing, though. That's
I
so
think
awesome.
that's why we still do it.
Yeah, and you're still rocking it.
I mean, Bo Diddley's still out there touring. Jerry Lee Lewis, those guys
Iggy
are...
Pop.
Yeah, Iggy Pop
He's
just turned
70.
70, yeah.
How old?
70, like 2 years older than you,
She's got
Ducky.
the hots. For it, so bad.
He's coming in here. I'm working on a
No,
still.
he's
yes,
not.
Yes, he is.
Well, then
Before,
I'm
yep.
coming
Stop
in here
talking
the
about
day
it.
he
He's
comes.
coming in here, and I'm getting a lap
Stop
dance
talking
with Iggy
about it.
Pop. Yeah.
So am I. I don't even mind doing a lap dance to Mickey Pop.
You can be the meat in the middle.
Don't call him. Don't call him punk rock.
What
though.
the fuck does that mean? The meat in the
Oh,
middle.
you want the lap dance?
I think it has something to do with your fanny, so.
Yeah.
I don't have a fanny.
Oh, yeah.
I'm English.
Yeah.
That's right.
If he did, he'd spank it. That's for sure.
Go spank that hobo out there. I mean, bum.
Exactly.
Yes, the Kaotic.radio.com, a beautiful disaster, right? Gun live in studio.
So give me a rundown of your next live shit when that's going on. How many have you got? A lot lined up, or just one or two?
Okay, well, we have it this Friday, Corona, Bar 1650.
I was there Saturday night.
With the Nerve.
I played the first time
Yeah.
there, 1650.
Really? I thought you
Really?
played there before.
No. I saw the titty bar next door and never went.
Really?
Yeah.
They came in. They offered me coupons.
And then
It's a gentleman's
I
club.
know, but they offered me anyway.
June 24th, Blacklight
bring the
District.
guys with you.
June 24th, Blacklight District, Broken
Beach?
Patron Saints.
Okay.
Yeah, Wrong Beach.
Stoked.
Wrong Beach, yeah.
And Ron's going to be ready to go.
Stoked.
My phone died, but we were getting an offer for the end of May for the Saints to play in Vegas. I'm not sure with
So
you.
we're where?
Punk Rock
I don't know.
Bowling.
My phone died.
The
right when
weekend
I
of
was
Punk Rock Bowling. Oh, we can plug it in for you. We're friendly.
Here.
We love everybody.
Just plug it in right there.
Are you doing Punk Rock Bowling?
I got an iPhone.
Is that what the show's about?
I'm
You're
not sure.
too good for me, then you can't plug it in.
I got one in my room for him,
Okay.
but I'm not going in there with him.
And I mean, we got what else we got? We had something that was on the tentative schedule. That
I'm going to see Iggy Pop at Punk Rock Bowling this year.
yeah, that's
I'm
the
fine-
only reason I want to go this year.
It's the first time I've ever been.
I'm gonna stalk him backstage.
It's you've never been, have you?
You
Kat?
laugh,
Or
but
have you
it's
been?
true. Yes, I have.
Don't talk to me like that, like I'm some stupid little kid in his class. I don't know. And even
Yes.
if you told me last week, I wouldn't remember.
I know.
Yeah, how many
I
times
have
you
told
been?
you once.
See, fuck it. Like she's been 1,000
No.
times the way she talked to me.
Once, no ticket, won like $700. Ended up at the room. Was awesome.
See, you have told me. I remember that
Yeah.
story.
You know, see, I can't justify paying as much as I love and feel that punk rock is my culture. I can't justify spending $700 on.
Oh, she won
No, I
700
won $700. I
Oh, you
spent.
won
I went.
$700. Okay.
We went with.
Then I'll go with you. Then.
We had
You got
like
$700.
we had $70 and a gas card. So we go to Punk Rock Bowling. We had no room. We planned on sleeping in the car, drinking in the casinos.
Who's we?
Right. The sound guy back there.
You and Kyle?
Yeah.
Right, just checking.
Acting like we're gambling to get free drinks.
Yeah. Like, so finally, he's playing. What were you playing? Craps? Or,
Fuckers.
Craps.
So he's playing craps, and I'm getting bored. I'm like, you know what? I want to win some money. So I said, give me $20. I went over to roulette. About half an hour later, come back. I said, I got $700. We're getting the room. We're staying.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And then about the same time, I pulled in another like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
or
So we
something
were
like
good.
that.
We had not only the room but shows and breakfast, and it was really
Nice.
good.
So is that what is that the phone conversation you're having now about that weekend playing
Oh, I didn't.
playing one of the bars?
It totally spaced that it was that weekend, so I'll find out once I.
Oh, that's
This just in from Lisa Bennett.
we are playing
Bass player
Vegas.
extraordinaire, February 20th at Doll Hut.
February.
Woohoo.
Is that?
February. That's a long ways away.
February.
That's
That's a
next
long way.
year.
Wait, did you just say February, Lisa?
You said February.
You guys are getting fucked.
Let me
2018.
plug it in my calendar real
Next
quick.
year or
You know what though? They are booking for. I have show people asking me about my Christmas show already, so people are booking for next year.
Oh, I should have brought that vinyl comp. We did a Christmas album this year for
Send it to one of us. And we'll,
Beer for Christmas, and it got lots of airplay in
Beer for
Australia.
Christmas.
And
of course, it did in
overseas.
Australia.
So you mentioned Stiff Little Fingers.
Love the band.
Why?
Their songs just speak to you. I mean, they spoke to me when I was a teenager, and now that we're all old
Are
men,
we
they
going-
still.
Are we going way back into the first album?
Yeah, to me, the first 2 albums is my mind frame for Stiff Little Fingers. Every song, I love them all, and I liked how the guitars were raw. Now the guitars are kind of cleaned up, but I liked the lower production value because it just seemed more urgent and more like you got to listen to what we're saying, you know. And
Oh, yeah. I mean,
the
especially
guitars
the
are
first
very
one.
abrasive.
Because the production on the first album was as wouldn't say rough, but
Yeah, the first album was pretty rough.
yeah, I guess it was.
But
rough,
their
yeah.
first live album was sensational, though. What was it called? Hanks? Yeah.
Yeah.
And I didn't think a live album could sound that good other than Ramones' It's Alive. I mean, I don't think I...
That was one of the bands I got lucky enough to see multiple times.
Oh, yeah. I saw
Yeah.
them from 79 to 96. I've seen pretty much every time Stiff Little Fingers has come out. Seen them. I saw Motorhead from 80 up until last year where I took my kids to see them. I mean, these are bands that are influential and they're just great songwriting.
What are the bands? You said Motorhead and Stiff Little Fingers. Which other ones?
The Ramones. Naked Ray Gun out of Chicago. And then there was this period when John Haggerty quit, started Peg Boy. Awesome band.
I've heard of Peg Boy.
Yeah, they're amazing.
There's a song I heard that I really like. I can't remember the name, but I did hear a song from them. It's really good.
I have your playlist up and for all your songs in front of me. I'm taking it that that's a cover of a Stiff Little Fingers song.
Oh, you have our cover on there?
I don't know, do I?
What's new? Say there's fighting in the air. You think that I got all the solutions? Now do you really think that's fair? Try to take control of that. What you see is what you get. Try to take control but not yourself. All right now. Don't wanna be nobody's hero. Don't wanna be nobody's star. Don't wanna be nobody's hero. Come on, get out, be what you are. Say the time you took me over. Things you wish you could. Never let your heroes get them kicks for you. Come on now, do what you would. Try to take control of it. What you see is what you get. Try to take control but not yourself. All right now.
ChaoticRadio.com, A Beautiful Disaster. That was Nobody's Hero by RiotGun. It's a cover song.
Damn,
right?
that's fucking right, dude.
Yes.
That is, you know what? The sound you got from that.
I love the voice. You said you growl. I don't think it's growling. I like that. Was a rehearsal?
It's a compliment, man. It's a compliment to them, and it's a fucking compliment to you that how good it was.
Totally.
We got someone on the phone, right, Carl?
Yeah, we do. We got Lisa back on the phone again.
Hi, Lisa.
She's gonna straighten out that February thing.
Yeah, what's up with the February? Is it February?
She's medicated.
Hold on.
I got you.
There we go.
No, but you know what? You guys are that good where you can be actually that booked for that far ahead, so I wouldn't doubt it.
It's May 20th.
Oh, okay.
We're February off.
Where did you
I
get
have a Stiff Little Finger story. Since you guys were talking about Stiff Little Fingers.
Tell us.
When I was like, I lived in D.C. when I was born out here, but when I was a freshman in high school, I moved out to D.C. and I lived there 25 years. And when I was first getting into punk, I always liked the older British stuff. So I was always going to the reunion shows that were coming around in like 84, 85,
But
86.
they're Irish.
Yeah, I know.
It's a great point.
It is.
But there was this girl there who looked like an older version of me, and she was probably like Larry's age and Dutchie's age.
Oh, thanks.
It's like old.
Yeah, it's old, yeah.
Not
Experience.
old, but she looked a lot like me, and people would mistake her.
Classic. We like the term
And
classic.
it ended up, her name was Shirley Sexton, and I had moved back here, and I was at the old ship in Fullerton, and I hear this, "Hey, Lisa," and I turn around, and it's this chick Shirley from D.C. 15 years ago, whatever. And I go, "What are you doing here?" She goes, "I married Jake Burns from Stiff Little Fingers. I'm their manager." So she's married to Jake Burns and manages in all of Simple Finger stuff.
Get the fuck out.
No, and she was like that. When you're a little kid and when you're a younger punk rock kid and you have those older kids that you're like, oh, look at them, they're so cool. That was what she was to me.
Yeah.
And now she's married to Jake Burns.
Well, one of
And they
my
lived in-
Well, hook us up. We should be touring with Stiff Little Fingers.
I know. I can see Larry's mind going. He's like,
the
wait,
first
wait,
we're
where are
hearing of
we?
this.
Yep.
So
And then me and Jake could get together and do like a commercial for Arby's. Nobody's hero.
Okay, how are Arby's all of it? Now I'm hungry.
we don't need
I sent her
another
Nobody's
Giro.
Heroes. I don't know what Jake thought, but I sent her the cover of Nobody's Heroes.
Uh-oh.
How long ago was that? Because if you haven't heard back yet, that could be scary.
But I don't know how long ago I sent it to her. I talked to her very briefly on Facebook.
Well,
now.
you need to make sure you become a best fucking friend. These boys in the band, they're relying on you.
Yes.
But yeah, she's a very cool, she was a very cool person, especially to like a young. She was already like, she must have been. She already had a career in government because everyone's going to government. So all these punk rockers ended up, joining, being congressional aides and stuff. It was really weird.
That's kind of weird.
But
Yeah, that is weird.
Well, it was DC, so you fill out your government paperwork.
Little
And you
Fingers
could,
were always very
join the government.
political.
And they didn't care what you looked like. At the time, you could dress however, and they couldn't fire you.
So do Riot Gun do that song live?
We used to.
We used to, but you don't currently.
We haven't lately.
I need to learn it.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Yeah, you do.
It's the Lisa factor.
So, Lisa, let me ask you a question. Lisa, how long have you been in Riot Gun?
Anal about it and wanting to learn it note for note, so it's taking a while.
Yeah.
Lisa, how long have you been in Riot Gun now?
Well, I guess 6-7 months, and I played with them last year for.
I thought it was like a year.
Well, she's been our backup bass player for Riot Gun for at least a year. if
That's
not
what I
more.
thought. Yeah.
And then because our other bass
Bone
player
Crusher
Sean,
road trip.
yeah, he had a back condition, broke his back in the early '90s in the Navy, and they never told him, and now he's feeling the effects. So.
Yeah.
No, so my question was, I know you've been there, 6 months, a year. What are these fuckers like? Are they nice to you? Are they treating you well?
Oh yeah, totally.
No, don't fuck around. Don't give me no bullshit. Right? I want to know the truth.
We're taking the headphones off. Go ahead.
Out of every band I've ever, this is the best situation I've ever been in. It's a big family. We have a studio. Everyone's like nice to each other. Everyone's,
What kind of fucking punk band is that?
yeah.
Hey, we're the voice of
working on
old
it.
grumpy guys throughout America.
Experienced.
Classics.
Yeah, and the whole time, every band I've been in, no one's actually said, "Hey, Lisa, do it a different way."
No one said Lisa.
And
Well,
Larry
we've said that.
"Oh, hey, you're doing it wrong," and make me do it over and over again until I get it right.
And they do that too?
Yeah.
Well, we make Matt play with her too.
That sounds like it's a bad thing,
It sounded like a sex thing from
right?
that.
I know.
Everything sounds like a sex thing.
I know it does. That's because she told us a story about going to the sex shop and having a party.
Oh, that's right. It's your fault, Lisa.
I have to say, what she's saying. I mean, when I came in with them with the Broken Patron Saints, I was stoked. Just the vibe and everything. I mean, Larry gave me music, and he's like, "Yeah, just do whatever you want." There's no like, "Hey, do it this way."
You have freedom.
Yeah, we want it this way. We want it this way. He's like, "No, just do it. If you need to change lyrics for some of the songs, do it, and I'll check it out." And blah blah.
I've never heard anyone say, if you want to change the lyrics.
Well, we had to. Some of the stuff I kind of had to because we didn't have lyrics. So Larry gave me some freedom. Say, well, if you want to write new lyrics for this song, go ahead and write.
That's
new lyrics.
cool.
And I remember.
And hopefully they'll be ready for you soon.
For me?
Yes.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
There's an insert on that album with the lyrics on it.
We have a recording that just needs a singer, so
Really?
everything. Yeah.
We have 5 songs recorded without vocals.
Without vocals?
Yeah.
But you've got no vocals?
We do.
Give me one
We
of
got
those
Ron.
songs. Let me write the song. Let me write lyrics for one of the
that's
songs.
one of the first CDs he gave me. He gave me
They just haven't been
We
recorded
can do
yet.
that.
yeah, he gave me
Yeah, if you don't like it, you can tell me to fuck off.
True. You know
I haven't
what?
written a song for 35 years.
The answer is if you don't try, the answer is no, anyways.
Yeah.
Right? That's what my mom always said.
And actually, one of the songs that we recorded is a song I wrote when I was like 14.
Musically, obviously. Not
Yeah,
lyrically.
I never wrote lyrics for it. The lyrics. There's been every band I've been in has played it, and the lyrics have changed with every band.
Yeah, I thought that was
But
one
now-
of the coolest things when he gave me a Broken Patron Saint CD. It was just all music, no lyrics, and so it was like 5 songs, just music. And I was able to take that home, and I basically wrote lyrics and karaoke to it with my system I have at home. So I could practice a lot.
Really? That's kind of cool.
It's funny. I would write when I played a band back in the day. I would write 5-10 songs a night.
What were you like,
Right,
14,
but-
15?
Yeah, and what I would do is I would write my lyrics to someone else's song, and then I would give my
Sex Pistols?
whatever it could be. It could have been any song, right? And I would write lyrics to their tune, and then I would give those lyrics to my guitarist, and he would then create the music for it.
That's a good idea.
By that time, I couldn't even remember what the original tune was, so it didn't fuck me up in the mind.
But
Do you know
that
what I mean?
inspired you. Yeah, no, that's rad.
It's different, I guess, you know. But I've never written a song. I've never written lyrics to a song that's already there.
Well, me and Matt have always just worked out the song, the music part first, and we've always let that kind of dictate vocal wise. Although Matt, name it something, hurry, go. He'll name it something, and then
Hurry,
certain
go. You
words
do it that
go-
fast?
So let me just ask you
I
this.
make a list of things.
There's a lot of songs to do with beer.
I noticed that myself
is?
too. Yeah, Larry talks a lot about beer.
that's
That's why
strange.
when you said he wasn't drinking beer at that show, something must be
Beer and
wrong,
food.
right? Yeah.
So he was drinking $2 pints, eating Puerto Rican tamales.
Oh, that $2 pints is back in the 90s, before me and Matt even played together. Our
In
third-
Temecula.
Yeah, we used to actually go to all of downtown Fullerton from 4 to 7, right? Or
Downtown
4 to
Florida
8.
used to be really cool.
Yeah, everything
It was
was
really cool.
$2. We were drinking what were we drinking?
Black and tan.
Black and Tans. We were drinking
Beer and
half and
Revolution.
halves. Yeah.
Beer and Rumors. Cheer. Too many motherfuckers.
Cheers,
Yeah.
actually a Descendants song.
Yeah?
Yeah,
We should play that.
you should.
Now?
Maybe. Kaoticradio.com. You're listening to Beautiful Disaster. We have Riot Gun live in studio. Dutchie the Punk DJ, myself, Cat Monroe, Kyle back there. Sound Lisa on the phone.
It's so long since I had a smile. I've stayed sad for such a long while. You can cheer me up, I can learn to love you. Kiss me now when I turn away. I think I'm still kissing yesterday. If you can cheer me up, I can learn to love you. Love me, cheer me up, 'cause you're the only one that could make me happy. Love me, cheer me up, 'cause you're the only one that could make me happy, yeah. Cheer me up. Why don't you cheer me up? Don't wanna spend the rest of my days in yesterday's daydream. No. I'm with the bad and it with the good. You fill my heart and you're knocking on wood. You can cheer me up. I can learn to love you. So generous of the end time. With selfishness at the back of my mind. You can cheer me up. I can learn to love you. So love me. Cheer me up. You're the only one that could make me happy. Love me. Cheer me up. You're the only one that could make me happy. Yeah. Cheer me up. Why don't you cheer me up? Don't wanna spend the rest of my days in yesterday's daydream. Don't wanna spend the rest of my days in yesterday's promises. It's so long since I had a smile. I've stayed sad for such a long while. You can cheer me up, I can learn to love you. You kiss me now when I turn away. I think I'm still kissing yesterday. You can cheer me up, I can learn to love you. So love me, cheer me up, 'cause you're the only one that could make me happy. Love me, cheer me up, 'cause you're the only one that could make me happy, yeah. Cheer me up, why don't you cheer me up? Don't wanna spend the rest of my days
And that's Disposable Generation by Riot Gun off of Beer and Revolution. Category.com. Beautiful Disaster.
There was another one in there by a cover by Descendants.
Yes.
Yeah, we were talking about professors and stuff like
That's
that.
called Cheer, right?
Educated
Yes.
people.
Descendants were the first band ever to get banned off of my show.
Banned?
Banned them. Said, no fucking way. Fuck that.
Why?
What'd you think of our version on your show?
It was beautiful.
Thank you.
But why? Why the Descendants?
Because they did a show at the Hollywood Palladium and they were charging $30 a ticket. And I went, fuck that. Right? I think that was bullshit. Right? I thought it was, but then I found out I unbanned them 10 minutes later. I found out that was the StubHub resale prices. And
that wasn't
but
their
I got all
price.
pissed off. I'm like, fuck that bullshit.
So
The one I liked was Billy Bragg.
So wait,
Billy Bragg came out. He was charging $30-$40 for the ticket.
That's crazy.
Who is?
Go for the working class, Billy.
So the Descendants, though, they fall along the line of Kyle, what did you say that he did?
Well, we were talking about people that are in the scene and bands and everything, and how they got the degrees and everything. He was I believe he has a degree in biochemistry.
That's what it was. Okay.
Milo does.
You're
Milo,
reading it.
yeah.
You're reading that from a screen,
No,
bitch. I can look at him. I can see
he's
him
known that
reading
for
it
a
from-
long time.
No, that
'cause he's
one
mentioned it to me
yeah.
before, and I always forget. Yeah.
I always point out to her like the fact that just because we're punk, it doesn't mean that we're fucking dummies.
No, it doesn't. But it's funny how that we did get right from the beginning, and you said it, Sid Vicious. I don't know. Maybe that is the reason why.
Yeah.
Like punk rock's dummies?
That and the fact that we walk down the street flipping people off,
Wearing
and
dog collars.
spitting at people, and looking stupid.
We're too smart for society.
Said the man with the mohawk.
Well,
like I was
Mohicans were
everyone-
pretty smart.
True.
Indians were pretty smart.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, like when you look at what they had to put up with, and then
And
go
still
through
putting up with.
and still putting up with,
Blankets with smallpox.
yeah,
Yeah.
and whiskey.
Yep.
Firewater, we like
Yes,
to call
firewater.
it. Yeah.
All the people I grew up with in D.C., like I said, they all have law degrees. They still go to the clubs. They're still punk rock, but they're for Congress.
I
or they
forgot
work
you're
for
from D.C.
some
though.
government.
I totally forgot you're from DC, and that's exactly how I met a guy from DC one time when my hair was blue and everything like that, and I couldn't figure out why he accepted me so much with the weirdness that I had, and that's what it was.
So, Lisa, why aren't you in DC doing government?
Yeah.
Because I'm stupid and didn't go to college.
Donald Trump didn't either.
Ooh.
Look at him now.
Dutchie got you on that one. So go back to college. Run
Still
for
young
office.
enough, yeah. If he can
One of
do
my
it, you
friends
can.
he's actually one of the heads of the Department of Indian Affairs. He came out here to visit like 6-7 months ago, and he's moving all the way up the government ladder.
But it's funny you talk about obviously your biggest influence, Larry, is Stiff Little
Ramones.
Fingers.
No, the Ramones. I'm gonna have to. I mean, there's obvious influences that people hear, but if it wasn't for the Ramones, that first listen, being a kid, seeing them the first time in '79, I probably would have never played
Where'd you see him at 79?
in UC Irvine in a. it looked
UC
like
Irvine used to have good shows.
They did,
Yeah.
and they were cheap. I remember that was like $4.
That shows up to the 90s.
Well, actually, I saw the Ramones again in UC Irvine in a bigger basketball hall.
That's right, they upgraded.
Yeah, what was that? I heard they had rebuilt that whole area.
I saw bands there too.
It was probably in the same vicinity where I originally saw them, but it was in a bigger basketball stadium.
I saw Suicidal, Bangles, and I can't remember who else there. Yeah.
Bangles. I like you said the Bangles. They don't get. They used to play with punk bands when they were the band.
Oh, they did. I used to see them. Yeah.
And a lot of people think of the jangly, pretty.
No, I passed out at one of the
dresses and
shows and they had to carry me out and call my mom. Yeah. It was
And
bad.
I'm sure they probably gave you the boot because that's what they did back then.
So forget punk. What's the best band you ever saw? It could be punk. I mean,
Little
don't get me wrong.
Richard.
Little Richard. You got to see Little Richard.
Yeah, and Magic Mountain. I was
Don't we have his bass player next
this
door?
was 70,
Yes.
75.
Yeah.
Little Richard's bass player has
There's
a studio
recording
next door.
studio, the next fucking
Really?
door over.
Kaching, was it Kaching Records?
I don't
King
know,
we call him, but it's Kaching
part of his
Records.
life, he was he recorded and played with Little Richard. Yeah.
That's awesome.
He's out there sometimes. You might see him when we leave.
Didn't we barbecue on Sunday?
Did he come out and
We
party?
talked about it when we came on Sunday. You go, we're going to do that. We'll barbecue. You probably barbecued later. When,
Oh, we did.
Because
Man,
then
you must
Larry
have
said
gone.
we should barbecue.
But yeah, he was out there with us. I mean, he's the guy's.
I'm
got some
surprised you
fucking
remember
stories.
Sunday.
I remember because the barbecue's dirty.
Oh, you know what? We weren't here this Sunday. We were the Sunday before.
Yes.
Oh, you missed it
Right?
this week.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because
And I annoyed Dutchie. My favorite live band was The Damned.
The Damned. Really? What year though?
Yeah.
What year?
I saw the first time I saw them was the well, I saw them on anything, and I wasn't really impressed with that. But then I saw the Final Damnation tour when everybody came together.
What year? Give me a year. Give me some
That
kind
was
of.
91.
that was 87, 88.
Yeah. See, I mean, I never saw him. It's people think that I because I've been around that long that I've seen the bands and saw them in their early days, and I never saw the Damned until 2 years ago at the at the House of Blues in Anaheim, and I thought that was a great show. But I also saw the tour this year. That was bored out of my mind.
Really?
3 hours of punk masturbation. You know?
Huh. See, I stopped playing for almost 10 years. I sold my bass equipment, moved out here, was working nights, didn't have a social life, didn't play. And then one of the guys in my office was a guitar player, and he talked me into getting like the little $99 student kit. And I relearned to play off of the Black Album.
Metallica.
And I still was working nights. So I couldn't be in a band. I couldn't have, nothing for me to do. So I sat up and just tabbed Damn songs, every Damn song, and I made a website. And I got in contact with them and did interviews with Stu, with Paul, with I didn't get Algie.
Wow, that's
Algie. I got like a couple of
amazing.
I got Captain. Captain to this day says I play neat wrong. He says it just to annoy me.
I seen an article. Captain took a dive at the show up in Toronto, I think, off stage.
He did?
Yeah.
When was this? No, I don't think it was.
Last day or so.
No, I don't think it's deliberately either.
Apparently, someone threw a beer and he slipped and broke his leg,
Super sad.
or his shoulder, or something like that. I just saw that on online. The Damned are kind of like they're kind of like the punk version of the Dead. There's like this
Yeah,
legion
you're
of
right.
bands that follow them, and I used to be one of those. I would follow out their tours, and I would go city to city with them.
I just saw him at the
And did that-
Belasco in LA. It was
I did that on the East Coast. I went from D.C. to Chicago to New York, and we just followed them and saw them every night. And I did
Do you
that
have
out here, too.
Lisa, do you have a job?
She follows the Damn. That's her job. That's her job.
No, but I'd use
Research.
vacation time.
She's a
And I remember
follower.
coming back from one tour, and they had given me tour flu.
Damn follow.
So I'd been on a 2-week vacation, following the Damned, and then I got the flu from them, and I had to take like all these sick days.
Damn the flu.
She's like, oh my god, I got the fucking flu.
No, she's got the damn flu, not the fucking flu. She has the damned flu, not the fucking flu.
Yeah, but that was the worst thing until my boss. I got tour flu. I got to go home.
So what's your favorite Damn song? Don't think about it. Just one right now, quick.
Ignite.
Wait for the blackout.
Oh, that's boring.
And the
Yeah, that is
Fuck.
pretty boring.
The second one would be I Think I'm Wonderful.
I know I am.
So what's your favorite song now?
All right, well, I guess our next show is not showing up, right?
It doesn't look like it.
So I'm going to play, because I love you, Lisa.
And he does. That's all he talks
Wait
about
for the
on breaks.
blackout. I'm going to go to the sex shop.
Ah, we're gonna have a party. Woohoo! Party at the sex shop.
My basement flat, no windows to see through. The darkness falls and get my friend, but don't know what to do. Lights bright for the black house, the lights is bright. wait for the night. Come lay with me, these are so polite. Your everything has lasted here, that we shall both survive. Let's wait for the blackout. The lights is bright. Let's wait for the blackout. Wait for the night. In darkness there is no sin, light only brings the fear. Nothing to corrupt the eyes, there is no vision here. At first you may find it strange, but do not go away. The darkness holds a power that you won't find in the day.
Big fat CaoticRadio.com. That was Party Foul.
Lisa.
We started talking about sex, and that's what happens, Dutchie. Dutchie and I, we take the headphones off, and Dutchie and I are whispering, and then all of a sudden there's wine on the table, and music goes off, and my skirt's wet.
So
for some
Lisa, I have a
reason.
question for you.
Yeah.
That's not. Wait for the blackout. It's not even a punk song.
I don't care. It's good.
See, that's my girl. That's a real answer.
That's how it's supposed to be.
This
She
is the
don't care.
love
punkest
that
song
response.
that Captain Sensible. Guys, do you know this song?
I've heard the song.
I don't.
I'm not a big fan of the Captain Sensible solo
I
stuff.
like that one.
Oh,
Except for this one, Happy Thoughts.
yeah.
I don't like Happy Thoughts.
Oh, well, in that case, fuck it. I'll
Didn't
turn
that
it off
album
then.
like
Fuck it.
chart higher than
Number
any
one.
damned album?
Number fucking
Yeah.
one. The single was number one. The album was number
what?
one.
What was his big hit in America? Say Captain.
Say what?
Oh, yeah,
Say
that-
Captain.
I've
Say
heard that.
What you want?
That's
Remember
what-
K-Rock used to play it
Yep,
all the time.
that Rodney started
Yeah.
that trend. Yep. Here it is right here. CaoticRadio.com.
See,
Everybody.
how can you argue with this shit?
Yeah, I might have to dance to this. Clothes might come off.
All right. We're
Live
on
stream, there we go.
It's live.
When people argue about what's punk, what's not punk,
This is
right?
kind of disco punk, though.
But you know what?
No. I'm talking about the attitude, right? What could have been more punk at the time because of the disco and because Blondie fucking did disco,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's true.
Right, Blondie did it, and no one said,
Yeah.
"Oh, Debbie Harry's fucking
And you
doing
know what?
this
And
shit."
that's
Yeah,
one
they
of
did.
the greatest rock albums is Parallel Lines.
Yes, it
And it
is,
has
yeah.
the most disco-ish
Yeah.
song in the
So
world.
all of a sudden, you get a band like The Damned, and I'm sure he didn't do it to be number one. But I tell you what, I remember being in England, the whole fucking country knew this song. They knew Happy Talk and they knew this song.
Yeah.
And both of them went to number one. His album with Captain Sensible and the Softies, if I remember that right, I think it was Captain Sensible
Yeah,
and the
well,
Softies.
no, not this one. Captain Sensible and the Softies did Jet Boy, Jet Girl.
Yes, they did, yeah. Right, but that was on that same album. And they did, I think, one of the versions of Smash It Up, whatever it be, doesn't matter, you know. But,
I can't. I'm so nerdy about it. I actually won the trivia quiz.
hey, Lisa, let me ask you a question. Where you standing? Where you standing right now? Just move 5 feet to the right, because you're breaking up really bad.
Break out a roll of tinfoil. And
Make a little hat. Say what?
Lisa.
Is that better?
Oh, we moved her 5 foot to the right and she fucked off.
Left it.
Are you
Fell in
still
the
there?
pool. Unless she fell in a hole.
Lisa, are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Oh, that's better.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I put you on speakerphone. By the way, I'm so nerdy about it. I actually won the Dam put on a Christmas trivia quiz every year, and I won the trivia quiz one year and got a plaque.
You got a plaque for damn trivia
And
quiz?
it's not hanging in the studio?
Yep,
How
there was
dare
a
you?
Christmas trivia quiz. There was a question of the day, and it was like bizarre, like random trivia facts. And it ended up I was tied with this guy in England, and we did a showdown on chat.
And you
And
won.
I won.
Wow.
Yep, I won.
That's a fan.
You don't, Lisa, do you have yourself on speaker as well right now?
You sound like a silent.
No, I don't.
All right, because you sound really fucking terrible. Well, just like your band, tell you to make it better. I mean, because we're on the air. It's that's all. I know it's loud and it's reverbing.
It's kind of crunchy.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'll hop off and let you guys talk then.
All right, I'll play you your song for you before
Yes,
you go.
Lisa. Thanks, Lisa. We'll talk soon.
Talk soon. Bye-bye.
All right, love you.
She's with him, it's driving him wild. I'd like to hit him on the head until he's dead. The sight of blood is such a high. He gives me head. We made it on a Bora Blitz. I took his arms and kissed his lips. He looked at me with such a smile, my face turned red. We booked a room into the Ritz. He gives me head. Jet boy, jet girl, I'm gonna take you around the world. Jet boy, I'm gonna make you penetrate. I'm gonna make you be a girl. Jet boy, jet girl, I know I'm only just 15. I like to kick, I like to scream. And even if I have to kick or two in bed with him, you know it's just a dream. He gives me head. Jet boy, jet girl, gonna take you around the world. Jet boy, I'm gonna make you penetrate. I'm gonna make you be a girl. Jet boy, jet girl. The other day was a surprise. I saw him with some other guys. Got even stressed up with a girl around his neck. I could have cried with both my eyes. He gave me head. Take it away.
ChaoticRadio.com.
Fling, flang, flang, boom. I love that song. We were just talking about it the other day. We couldn't figure out who it was. I didn't realize
This
it was
song?
Captain Sensible. Yes, Kyle and I were talking about that.
But there's about 100 different versions of this song.
The original's are French, isn't it?
No.
No. What is it then?
The original one's that one.
Is it really?
No, it's not.
Because
No.
the French one.
I'll
Who
tell
did
you
the
what,
original one?
I will.
It does. Yeah. Yeah.
I'll pull it up on
That's not the original because I've
Wikipedia.
heard the original.
and the original was I believe an American band. Could be wrong, and it's been done by about 4
they
or
said
5
fling,
different bands.
flang.
Yeah, whatever you say. Pat. When you came in the studio today, you were like,
I know. I feel great now.
Was the band called Donkey Jacket or?
Yeah, we were talking. I said because you guys call a donkey jacket, and it's not made out of a donkey. And he said, "What's a donkey jacket?" I said, "It's made out of a donkey."
a donkey jacket.
It has
is,
to be- it's ears
It's a
and
construction
tail.
jacket.
Damn it! You ruined my story.
No,
Dutchie.
I don't care. I'm sorry. I do care. No, I'm sorry.
Okay, I thought it was gonna be some weird sexual
weird.
reference that
Oh.
you guys.
Wow,
Everything on the
he
show.
knows me too well, Dutchie.
It sounds like it.
Dutchie's supposed to get me a donkey
We've
jacket.
had, you know what? Here's where I
No,
feel.
Lisa was supposed to get me a donkey jacket. Yeah, that makes
Here's
sense.
where I feel.
See, now that's.
No, yeah, okay.
I feel truly blessed to have bands like you come in the studio every week, right? And it doesn't matter if it's the Damned or the Dickies or the Ramones and I say that because we haven't had anyone from the Damned. I made a real fucking idiot of myself when I found out the Damned were playing at the Glass House, and I messaged who's the fucker who's not in the Damned anymore? What's the guy's name who's not in the Damned?
That's an endless.
No, there's a big time dude who's not in the Damned anymore.
Oh, Brian James.
What was his name though? In
Brian
the Damned?
James.
No, it was.
No,
it was
you look at
Captain
the person-
Sensible. No, I know, but fuck
His
it wasn't.
stage name.
His stage
His
name. yeah.
stripper name.
Well, he went on to be in Lords of the New Church. He
All
went
right. So,
on-
Yes.
anyways, it wasn't Brian
did that.
James. There was Captain Sensible. There was Dave Vanian, and there was.
LG Ward.
No, fuck off. Right. So I messaged him. Right, and I went, "You guys are playing
Dave Gray.
Right.
No, Dave Gray is actually no.
I'm going to bring it up on this.
Yeah, you'll find it.
Right.
Wikipedia.
And he went, I haven't been in the band for 20 years. And I, fuck off, you're the most famous member of the band. And none of us can remember
I
his
thought
name.
Captain Sensible was the most famous member.
All right, let's not do this right now. Let's play a song in a minute while I look for it because I
thought we were gonna play more vinyl.
Yeah, you have our early.
No,
That's
hang
what
on.
you said.
He's probably thinking of Rat Scabies.
Oh yeah,
Rat
Rat Scabies.
Scabies.
Yes.
Thank you.
Rat Scabies plays with Professor and the Madmen.
Yeah.
So I called Rat Scabies and went, dude, you want to be on the show because you guys are in town? He went, I used to be in the band 20 years ago. Fucking hell, it's been that long.
That's a fail, Dutchie.
No, it's not. It's like, oh wow, I didn't know I was enjoying life that much.
he's an
True. Okay,
acclaimed
there you go. That's a way to say
historian,
it.
too. Anything you need to know about
He knows everything.
the Knights Templar, like he's written books on this
Yes.
stuff. The Crusades.
He intrigues me. He intrigues me. I want to get him in here. He intrigues
Yeah,
me
he's
a
a
lot.
smart
Yeah,
guy, too.
He plays drums for Professor and the Madman.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
Get the fuck
Remember when they came in the show and they said he played it? Dutchie, you're fucking with me now. Fuck you.
Well, next time if you get him back in here, I want to be in here because I also teach history. I have a million Crusades, Knights Templar,
I love that
Silver
stuff.
Chalice
Yes.
questions I could ask. And
Is he for real? He's
yeah,
into
he's
that
written
shit.
books.
Totally.
I show National Geographic documentaries to my kids on the Crusades when we get to that point. In the
Oh,
book, and
because
then-
you're in that school age where
and
like,
then
yeah.
Look, that's where we start is the Middle Ages, and then all of a sudden, Rat Scabies is there, and I go, you guys know who that is, right? And they have no idea.
They have no clue.
I go, that's a drummer of the Dam. They go, ooh, he's
That's where
cussing
your
in class.
teacher, but that's where your teacher stuff comes into play, and you can educate these kids about that stuff.
And RoboCop is actually a PhD in Italian Renaissance art. What's his name? Peter Weller. I got a story about that, but I'm not going to read it.
He's a smart guy.
He is. And he teaches at UCLA.
So you never fucking know. So we were talking about earlier on, you never know you're going to talk meet in life, right?
Yeah.
Could be small time, could be big time. I'm just going to give a shout out to one of our engineers because we were talking about Stiff Little Fingers, right? I went to see Stiff Little Fingers 2 nights in a row. House of Blues one in the very last weekend they played, or the House of Blues was open in LA. And I was married at the time, but I wasn't really married. I only got married for 6 weeks, and then thought, nah, I don't enjoy this. So I didn't get unmarried, but is it divorced?
Divorce. Right.
So anyways, I put it out on fucking Facebook. I got a spare ticket, so I go to the House of Blues and with a Facebook friend. First time I'd met her. Met her one time. She's now one of the engineers on the station.
Really?
Yeah.
Who?
Rachel.
The red hair?
Rachel's awesome. Yeah, the short, the
Very
cute,
nice
cute
girl,
little cutie girl. Yeah.
So it's like life is really. The only reason I said that is I just wanted to give her a fucking shout out.
Hi, Rachel.
She travels backwards and forwards from Venice Beach on buses and trains to come here and engineer shows.
Wow.
On fucking buses and trains.
That's a long drive on buses and trains.
She was doing Uber, but she fucking totaled a car right at the stop sign right at her.
No.
Yeah. But anyways, that was a
Well, she deserves a shout.
Everyone deserves a shout out on Chaotic Radio because we are exactly that.
It is chaotic. You're listening to chaoticradio.com, a beautiful disaster. Dutchie the legend.
Shall I play some vinyl?
Myself, Cat and Kyle back there in sound, Riot Gun live in studio, and Dutchie's gonna play some vinyl.
He doesn't know which one.
Generation with no soul. A generation
Play that. Next song.
You can tell when we know our vinyl when you can lift it out of the fucking.
Why do I not have a record scratch sound effect back here?
Puerto Rican tamale.
Yum, I'm hungry
another card to play. Each and every day. Know the odds and see the win or lose. Set it on the mark. Triggered by the spark. I'm betting high. This game is mine to choose. Set it up again. You know I give you win. Don't care at all if I lose today. So play this wicked game. Look it have no shame. Win or lose, you know that's hell to pay. Don't ask myself and wonder why. The game's too big, the money flies. In the end, we only got the game. Betting large, no time to die. These freaking stakes are high. You double up, and I'll do the same. And I know there ain't no other way. spend your life like my friend. Living it up, living it large, running away. Chip out the block today. Spend the day, yeah. Tell myself again that your life looks like best friend. Living it up, living it large, running away. Chip out the block today. Chip out the block today. No way, yeah way. Chip out the block today. Yeah.
Category.com, and that was Riot Gun. What song was that, guys?
It's called Puerto Rican Tamale.
Pork. That made me hungry.
It's actually not about food. It's about playing cards.
Shut up.
Oh,
It's a gambling song, but
why is it called the Puerto Rican tamale? Is that
once
a
again,
card game?
that's one of the situations where the working
I don't
title
think I want
stuck.
to know what the tamale means.
well, they make tamales different in Puerto Rico. We're used to these great California tamales made with delicious masa and like.
No, you shit.
And over in Puerto Rico, they make them out of potatoes. The masa is made out of potatoes.
All right, I do believe that our next show just wanted to.
It did.
Tell me, yeah, is that right? Chappie! Oi! Is there
Yeah,
an
he's-
answer?
I heard
Is there-
oi, so
all right,
maybe
wait,
that's-
let's play out with a song, guys. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
The unscripted.
The unscripted what?
Unscripted.
Is that a song?
That's the band. That's the
Completely
show.
unscripted. The radio show, brother.
Did we
Oh, yeah.
play Murder Temptation?
Yes, we did.
All right, did we play Beer and Rumors?
No, we didn't.
Then let's fucking
Beer and rumors.
let's play out with that, because you know what? We drink beer, we drink wine,
And we
there's
spread
some
rumors.
rumors.
No, we don't spread rumors.
I don't spread no rumors.
no.
This is kind of like our version of a ballad, even though it probably doesn't sound like a ballad.
Oh,
Category.com, Beautiful Disaster. We have Riot Gun, and we had Ronnie from Patron Saints live in studio. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Well, thank you for having us.
It's been a great show.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Plugging in things. And,
Plugging stuff in.
yep.
I'm trying. I'm just trying to.
He's
laugh,
always
everybody.
trying to plug it in. What? Wait.
The one you get from nothing. The ball is out of control. Tell myself I just can't say. The voice inside my head. Pray to God you wish that I was dead. Everything's a mess. Time away, well it's time to spend now. Finally, I can say what's going on there. I bet you lost and I'll be dead. That's what I am. You're trying to save my soul. Bottoms up, 'cause here we go. Bet you lost, you know, I'll be dead. I live for a strike. I'm living my life at the edge of the night. Prophecy foretold. Damnation is all I say.